All right. Well. All right. Howdy, howdy, howdy. What's up? And we are officially live. Just going through the final things to make this all good. And unmuting my microphone. All right. The stream is started and we are live. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. That one. Come on, Papa. I have to.
Episode 7.
The one thing I needed to do, to start every stream is let my dog into the room. Otherwise, she just claws at the door like a zombie. Anyways, this is
Waffles.
Group A, Sky of Wolves, and we have a full freaking party tonight. Yeah.
Hey.
I will keep the recap as brief as possible. 3 minutes, and we should be done with that. So we started last session as the party got to an area in Arter Sarai known as Sarai's Dawn. It is the area. It is a mountain basin where the earth fire is located, that the god Galesong of the skies ascended to godhood from. This area is also significant as this basin is where the first records of human history on Cedal come from. The party arrived in the basin to see various small settlements around a central mountain with the earth fire in the middle of this mountain, illuminating the entire basin. Various settlements here were either destroyed or being attacked. And around around this whole mountain, each settlement was just like a very small town. And the party decided to split up and investigate two of these settlements. One that was attacked and one that was currently being attacked and was on fire, with the Blue Band and Soulmane handling the closest settlement that had been attacked, and the rest of the party going to the far settlement that was currently on fire. When the party arrived at the far settlement, they found it under siege by some creatures Elena had set loose on the town. A purple worm and a hydra had destroyed much of the entire town, and who knows what Elena did before she left. Meanwhile, in the other town, it appeared that Terracry lost control in the village and destroyed majority of all of it on a path straight towards the Earthfire. While Soulmane and the Blue Band were investigating the village, they found their scribe Ilarius unconscious and beat up inside of an inn, and somebody standing over her with her gear and Elsie's gear, and they found Elsie's body. Nykirin devised a plan with the Blue Band to get them to safety and to try and take out Elena without the need for bloodshed. And sent half of the Blue Band to hide out in another settlement, and then the rest of, or rather the survivors they found in Soulmane back to the party. The party, once they saw that Soulmane, or that the Blue Band was missing, set out to find them, bringing them to honor their oaths. And after a long heated discussion and moving back and forth, the decision was made to go out and hunt them. They dragged them back, and it turned out that Nykirin had a double hand and had a ulterior motive of her own to go and poison Elena with a concoction she had gotten from Scarry. Scarry being the gosh, there's no nice way to describe Scarry's and Scarry's wisdom.
Alchemist?
Yes, she is an alchemist. She is also a blabbermouth. And that is, I think, about, yeah, the most polite way to put it. Anyways, Scarry let too much information slide and tipped the party off to Nykirin's secondary plan, and the party went and recovered her. The whole party was resting, and the whole party decided to rest until the morning to decide what they were going to do. And then, as they were resting, they noticed the guiding star Maphis appeared in the night sky. And with the party split up in two different locations, a couple moments later, the earth fire in the middle of the basin on top of the mountaintop temple, which I have the name for in my notes over here, dimmed. And we are going to pick up a few moments after that dimming. So, it is well past the end of the 22nd, the early midnight morning of the 23rd of Priestess. You guys are in the land of Sarai's Dawn, and we're going to pick up pre-sleep with Tik and Scarry. JD, would you like me to read this, or do you want to read it, or do you want me just to summarize what happened?
I am driving.
All right. I will summarize what happened. I posted the roleplay for anybody who is watching. You can go and read it. It's in the notes of this video. But as the guiding star is shining overhead and everybody's like settling in for the night, these stars are marked momentous occasions inside of Ardor, and you're supposed to either spend them. You're either supposed to spend them in reverence or revel in them with somebody. Anston was sleeping, and Scarry did not want to wake him, and she went over to Tik's bedroll and sat and had a conversation with Tik. Scarry revealed once again she is a scatterbrain blabbermouth, talking about literally any subject that comes to her mind, and that she got all of her scars from the Blue Band when she had first joined. Every time she messed up, they taught her a lesson with the dagger, and the person who was instrumental in teaching those lessons died, unfortunately, on a job with Nykirin. Tik also revealed that Tik almost was sent to the gallows and had robbed people in her past, and was trying to help people in the world be a little bit less broken. They had a heart-to-heart moment, just kind of talking by the fire before Scarry finally told Tik. Did you ever read the last paragraph, JD? Because I can read that one on stream.
I did.
Okay, yeah. Before Scarry finally told Tik that she needed to get back to Anston, he was tossing and turning in his sleep, and he hasn't been the same ever since they resurrected him. She also asked if she can someday hear the story of what almost landed Tik on the gallows. Did you want to reply to that? Otherwise, we'll start in the next morning.
Yeah, no. Teak, attempted to input, heartfelt comments, and then Scarry just, ran over her the conversation. Nothing happened in that conversation. This was a waste of time.
Maybe. I will put that out there. I don't do things without a reason. Anyways, though, we will start at the next morning. So it is the morning of the 23rd in the basin. With the sun coming up, let me make sure you guys are all on the right page. With the sun coming up, your guys' party is split in two different directions. Half of the party went back to the camp. Half of the party went back to find Nikirin. Which group do you guys want to start with? I will let you guys make the decision.
Personally, I'd like to start with the group that's going to come towards the group bring the groups together before going towards the fire. That's what I prefer.
Yeah, bring them together sounds good.
We didn't go
Which
after...
would be starting at the camp with Teak and Scarry and Anston.
Sorry, I just got back. We're not going up there as the fire goes out?
That is something you can do in the night if you want. Everybody is suffering from a level of exhaustion. If you do come into contact with Elena,
we're probably gonna die.
Yeah, you're definitely with half a party and at exhaustion. If you choose to fight her, I won't tell you guys what to do. I don't railroad you guys. I let you make your own decisions. You can do that.
Does Soulmate have the exhaustion because he wasn't, even though he wasn't in the fight?
Yeah, you guys got the. You pushed yourselves getting here. To get here in less than a day's time. You guys got here just before nightfall on the 22nd, doing 16 hours of travel. You weren't exhausted until you decided to go and help the towns. You picked up the exhaustion after marching past the mountainside. So you traveled for 16 miles, and then you traveled an additional 4 miles into the basin.
Okay. But we traveled at a mile an hour. Jeez, that's slow. Especially considering there's a ranger here.
That's real fucking slow.
No, you guys travel at 8 miles per hour. But it is calculated that you're taking rest and stuff in between, and you're not just going straight this whole time. Otherwise, you would have had your exhaustion well before getting here, just for 8 straight hours of just straight, or 16 straight hours of just let's go that way and never stop.
Fair enough.
But that is off of the DMG travel times.
Okay.
Does Soulmane want to sneak up there in the night? Because, I mean, that is something he can do.
He would want to at least see what's going on, because if she's right there, then he wants to keep tabs at least.
Alright, does he try and do it stealthily, or does he just go up there?
Is everyone still awake or no?
You notice nobody has set up watches for this camp specifically. Nykirin is awake. She is an elf, and she only needs to trance to, to get a long rest.
Yeah. So,
she's awake, but she's not, I guess entirely responsive.
Okay. So yeah, he'll try to sneak away while everyone's, sleeping, to try to see what's going on.
Alright, roll me a stealth check with disadvantage. That nat 1. Yeah, so, crinkle, 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 leaves, or rather no leaves crunching, gravel crunching. It is not going to be going well for you. You definitely see Nykirin's head turn in your direction. She kind of makes lucid eye contact with you, but doesn't stop you.
If she sees me, he's just going to put his finger to his mouth and point to himself going up there.
Yeah, she doesn't stop you.
Alright.
Alright, so, climbing the stair. So, it's going up this mountain. You are going up a winding mountainside. I don't know if you've ever hiked a mountain trail, but while it may only be, 700 yards in that direction, and, you are, there at the mountain summit, when mountain trails wind, these things can easily get, 2 to 5 miles long, just, zigzagging back up and up the mountain. So before you get to the first base of this temple, which is called the Temple of Hearthfire, it is going to it's easily going to be like 40 minutes to an hour of walking up these stairs, and you're going to get to a place called Guildheart. These are a series of towers built into the bottom of the mountainside, and inside you can see these are all abandoned, but they're just different empty stone rooms here, leading into the center of the mountain. The paths are dark. You do have dark vision, I believe. Past your dark vision, you can't see anything, assuming, it goes further than your dark vision. Do you want to keep climbing, or do you want to enter through here? Soulman would not be familiar with this temple.
Go through the temple. That seems like safer and easier to hide in area.
Okay, so you're gonna ascend?
Yeah.
Alright. So it's getting to the top of the mountain. It's only about another half hour till you get up there, and you are standing. You're standing in front of. You're standing in front of what appears to be. I'm trying to think of how to describe this without without saying the Parthenon, or the Parthenon. But it is an open just stone temple, shooting off in two 45-degree angles and a completely flat wall in front of you, with what appears to be Valpyr pillars in between this wall. You can't see into the center part here as this wall kind of blocks it, but the two outlying... I can draw. There we go. The two outlying stone structures coming off this thing, and if you look at the bottom of the map, I'm drawing them for you now. There are entrances there. These Narthanexes are open. And I'm going to scribble red in the way that you can't get in. How do you want to enter? That is a solid wall in front of you right there. You got a left and a right.
Let's go left.
All right. Stepping into this area of the... Oh God. Okay. What is your perception?
My passive?
Yes.
Not great. 11.
All right. Give me 1 sec. We're gonna go with this. All right, there we go. All right, so you're going to step into this area. As soon as you step into the left building, you can hear the faint echoes of crackles and voices coming up from this chamber. There are very few... well, no, actually, there are no torches in here, but you do have dark vision, so you don't have to worry about that. Because most of the time, this place is lit by the earth fire in the center of this place. So as you step in, this place is decently dark. You're going to be able to make out what appears to be 8 statues lining this walkway. You wouldn't overtly recognize any of them until you get to a 9th one in the back of this large temple, and this place is probably 90 feet in width, and then as far as depth goes, 20, 40, 30, or I'm sorry, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 feet deep. And this chamber only has openings on the upper reaches of the east and west upper areas of the wall, where you expect stained glass. There are openings where kind of the wind is blowing in here and just causing the breeze to just kind of hit off this chamber in a weird way, so that all of it, that it's just kind of spiraling from the circular top of the chamber down into this lower floor. Behind the large statue in the back, there are 2 more paths, left and right, that leads down a tunnel. You can see light coming from both of them distantly. As you draw close, though, the voices are going to be more discernible, and you're going to hear somebody say, "Somebody's here." You hear footsteps.
Alright. I will...
And Solmain was never seen again.
I will try to hide behind one of the statues.
Alrighty. West side or east side?
Do I know which side the footsteps are coming from?
It appears to be the west side.
So So I will actually hug on the east side then.
Okay.
Behind one of the statues.
As you go behind the statues on the east side, you notice there is a room with several stone benches in it and a working table. You can hide behind. You can go behind these statues into the room and hide behind the benches or under the table if you'd like. Otherwise, you can just try and hide behind the statues.
I'll go behind one of the benches.
Okay. Appears there are stone charms being worked on top of this table. However, there is no one here. Roll. Do you want to roll a second stealth check? Otherwise, you're still working off of your 11. You do know your 11 has been seen.
I do want to roll another one.
All right. Go for it with disadvantage.
I'm going to use my inspiration to make it a neutral roll.
Alrighty. As you dash out of this, main corridor, you're going to see a just hulking creature step into the room. It is at least double the size of any person that you've seen before, covered in purple and dark blue muscle, hound-like in appearance. It steps into the room, hunched over, and sniffs several times. It inspects the edges of the room, even walking by the room that you are hidden in, and you see like the faint glimpses of its feet, and then when it gets into view, like the full purview of like its figure, walking by the room you're in, before you hear it moving away.
Alright.
Sometimes NPCs roll 5s and 5s.
So it's going it's going towards the direction I came from.
No, it inspected this room, and it's walking back in the direction that it was hiding in. Or, not that it was hiding in, but, that it was residing in.
Alright. What kind of roll would I be to try to discern what that was?
I don't know if you ever learned what Terror Cry's nature was. You can roll a.
I know he. It was stated he is a werewolf. When we found him in the pit, it was discussed. That was discussed.
Yes. He looked like a normal lycanthrope to you.
Yeah.
If you want to discern any more than that, you could roll a nature check to try and compare it to any other lycanthropes that you've seen. 11's not gonna cut you much other than it's probably just a werewolf.
So I'm figuring that was Terror Cry.
Yes.
Alright. Do what I need to roll again, or can I keep the same stealth roll and get out of there?
Your stealth roll lasts until it's challenged.
Alright, I'm going to take off back down towards where everyone is.
Alright, it's going to take you another hour and a half to, scale down the mountainside. So you're going, you can sleep in, because it's going to take your party some time to get to you, but,
when I get out of the building and, out of eye shot and ear shot of I will throw one of my creatures out to hopefully get something big enough to carry me down.
Okay, well,
No, because that'll screw up my stealth. Never mind,
yeah.
I'll just go.
Your exhaustion doesn't, you don't get another level of your exhaustion until, you normally get one. This is just your exhaustion for this day. If you miss another long rest, your exhaustion's going up a level. Yeah, so you can return to the rest of your party and go to sleep. Nykirin has not completed her long rest yet, so she's still trancing when you get back. Yes.
I will write on a parchment what I found, that they're still there. Leave it next to Ogun, and then go to sleep.
So, just for reference, Brandon, a full rest for Willow was 4 hours. Would he have been awake by the time he got back?
Willow?
Yeah.
Yeah, both. Well, no, both. Both Nykirin and Willow rest on the same thing. He's been gone for just upwards of 3 hours.
Okay.
It's getting close, but I'm coming back like right on the precipice.
Yeah. However, Willow's passive perception, because you are still, I believe, trancing says you're still.
Trance does not render you unconscious.
Yeah.
You're still able to perceive basically everything. It's just to interact with to interrupt your long rest.
Yeah. So Willow would definitely notice like him coming back, the same as like Nykirin noticed him leaving. When Soulmane does return finally, though, if he lays down near Nykirin, he's going to notice that she is smiling very slightly.
Like I said, Soulmane will write a note saying that they're still at the earth fire, leave it next to Ogun, and then crawl up or next to her and go to sleep.
All right, top of the morning with the party at the camp. On the 23rd, Tik, Scarry, Fractus, Anston, and Hilarious, if she technically counts, and Kara, if she technically counts as part of your Hilarious, if she counts as part of your party. You guys wake up. What is the game plan? Anston is going to be the first one to suggest Nykirin and the lot of them never came home last night. You think they went up to the mountain to fight her? Did we lose a Mr. D? No, he is super muted. All right. Fractus is engaged in this conversation if he wants to suggest any course of action. Otherwise, the blue band's going to act on their own volition.
Yeah, they probably did. The problem is where is Ogun? He should have been back by now.
Kara will be sniffing around, trying to figure out why I haven't come back yet.
All right. Scarry is going to start panicking a little bit and just say, I shouldn't have let her go. I shouldn't have given her that potion. Scarry, you idiot! You need to say no sometimes. She's going to point in the direction to the mountainside and say, Mr. Fractus, sir?
Yes?
Could we possibly go check on our companions? I promise you we'll be back expediently.
Oh, we'll all go. And I get on my horse.
Alright,
If Kara is able to identify that that's the direction that Owl went, then she'd also go.
Alright. Scarry is going to push it a little bit and say, could we possibly have the horses from the carriage? I mean, it's not going to do anybody any good sitting here.
You would have to ask Tik.
Yeah, our Are the horses going to improve our velocity up the mountain? Because horses are notoriously not good with mountains.
Not up the mountain, but going in the direction that the rest of your group went off in, it would help finding them if they didn't go to the mountain. It'd also help you getting to the mountain.
Alright.
What do you think, Teak?
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the carriage down to the ruined village, and we're going to take the horses, saddle up as many as we have to on double saddles, and then try to catch up as quickly as we can.
I'm assuming that's Kara's response.
Yeah, that's Kara.
Hey, Brandon, quick question.
Yes.
Pilgrims, they had 100 men. Did they have horses, or did they all march?
And
if they had horses, did they have any extras? Because they lost a lot of men.
Yeah, most of the pilgrims brought what they can carry on their back. They are not gonna have they're not gonna have horses in pretty much what was in the town. You guys did step in to see the menagerie of the stable burning down. Actually, I'll roll them a percentage die of if they were able to save any of the horses. 45%, they would have been able to probably save maybe a little less than a half, or maybe a half dozen of their horses. Out of those dozen horses, one is going to be rideable.
And do I know who the leader is to talk to him?
No, they don't know who the leader is. This is kind of a situation of who's in charge. Oh, well, that guy's in charge. Well, where is he? Oh, he probably died. Well, then who's in charge? Oh, well, that guy would be in charge then next. Well, where is he? Oh, he's probably dead too. And this would, go on and on and on and on and on. Their battalion is broken.
I go up to Teak and just whisper, "Take charge and let's take a horse."
She'll nod, and
how does Scarry react? Just wondering. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
I actually rolled her a handle animal check. She's going to pull out a ration, handing it to Kara, and just kind of petting her head as she's waiting on a decision.
Kara's going to sort of kneel down. Just to look at Scarry.
See, now here's the thing. Scarry's not smart. She's intelligent, but she's not smart. And she's just going to take out a second ration. And it's like, here. And we'll find him. And she hands Kara a second piece of meat.
Okay. Odds or evens?
Evens. You know how I always pick.
Alright, so Kara will go behind Scarry and try to go through her legs.
That is a motion she is going to know. She has ridden Kara before on the bindings. Kara is going to, or Scarry is going to point and say, I think Alward's bear wants to go back to him.
Alright. How many horses do we have, and how many riders do we have?
You have enough, I believe. The only other person is Hilarious, and she's not with or not with you guys. Anston can ride with either Tik or Fractus, and Scarry is on Kara.
Alright, Ilarius is with me. Anston is with Francis.
That's fine.
Alright, and you guys head to drop off the carriage, and then you head to find the rest of your party?
Yes.
Before I do that, I tell the pilgrims to stay here, and we are going to check the mountain out.
Alright. It is going to... it's not going to take you guys too long to get the carriage towards the village. Enough so on the road that, the carriage driver who had already taken it through the village, the broken down one, once over before, tells you guys he can handle it from there. Headed north. Kara would be aware of, Kara and Scarry would both be aware of the direction the party went, as Scarry had insider knowledge on the plan, and, Kara saw the last bits of outward tracking towards the party. You guys are going to meet up at the end of early morning. The party comes together at the campsite in the ruins beneath the Temple of Herbfire on the flatlands of the basin.
To interrupt you, Brandon, is Anston carrying Scarry's pack?
He is.
I'm gonna make a sleight of hand.
Okay, for what you told me the other day?
Yeah.
Alright, roll it. But otherwise, the rest of the party meets up. Good lord, there's no way either of them are seeing that. Alright, I'm gonna put the card in there.
And I'm gonna take the gold. Do I need to roll another sleight of hand?
No, it's pretty much an action you can do. It's kind of like, as you're fastening his stuff, like, to your bardings, or your saddle, just like, oh, here, hand that here, I'll tie it down, and... but the party meets up. You guys are all together.
Oh, good. Everyone together.
Yeah.
Now we see just how fucked we are.
Brandon, I'm gonna add that to my my inventory.
Okay. I took out 100. As you were digging through her pack, you noticed more than 100 gold in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Soulmane's still sleeping.
Yes.
Did I take all of it? Can I take all of it?
You can try and take all of it. It is a pretty weighty gold pouch. But I'm going to delete it off of there. You can add 470 gold to your inventory.
Okay, excellent.
All right. Once we're back together, Tik is going to look at Ogun and Willow and say, "All right, status report."
Found him.
Yes. Did anything noteworthy happen in the night, or shall we continue?
He looks up at the mountain. Looks back at. Looks up at the mountain. Looks back at. Yup.
The fire
Yes,
went out last night.
I'm aware of this. I'm asking if there's anything else that needs to come to my attention before we hustle up the mountain.
Nope. There was a poison.
All right. then let's go.
Wise. Let's go.
Someone made a trip up the mountain last night.
See, that would qualify as information I need to know. What happened?
The note is next to Ogun. It was near him when he woke up.
Oh wait, what's this?
Our little sneaky friend decided to make his way up the mountain last night.
Soulmate's
I didn't
still
go
just laying
anywhere.
there. Soulmate's just laying there sleeping.
Yeah, Karen is going to join the conversation, and he returned.
Teek's going to look towards Soulmane and then towards Nykiran and say, I didn't ask you. She's going to point towards Soulmane and say, wake him up.
Hogan, hold on.
Time to go.
Hold on. Hogan reads the note first.
Basically, it says that they're still there, and Terracry is staying in his lichen form as of right now. They seem to be in a lower chamber.
By the way, Brandon,
Yes.
I'm out. Willow's mounting up as all this is going on.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well, it looks like they're still there. Let's see if we can get the drop on them.
Teek nods. That's the idea. Come on.
Is there a spare horse, or do I need to run myself?
Taking horses up this path is going to be ridiculously difficult.
Yeah, we'll have to leave them here.
Horses are not really a point. Worth it, right?
Yeah.
Right. We're walking.
Okay. Never mind. Let's go.
All right. Same thing.
How heavy is Scarry? Just wondering.
Oh, I actually don't know if I rolled her weight. Let's see. Random human weight generator. She'd be
obviously-
somewhere between like 120 and 135.
Yeah.
Actually,
Fair
we'll
enough.
put her a base at 110. I think is for humans, and we'll roll 2d10.
I mean, she looks pretty skinny.
Yeah,
From the
I
image.
mean, yeah, she's a tiny thing. 13, 123.
I take it Soulmane's starting to wake up from all the commotion of everyone talking around him.
Yeah, Soulmane can wake up from this, and he can continue his long rest as long as he doesn't exert himself.
Soulmane kind of sitting up, looking around, seeing everyone around. Morning.
Had a good trip, did you? Don't know that was a smart move, but you made it back, so I'm not going to complain.
My job is infiltration, information gathering, and target taking now. I took it upon myself to do 2 out of my 3 jobs right now.
Practice is
Glad you
just
made
gonna
it back.
smirk at Ogun and say, "You did call him to be useful."
Yeah.
186, by the way, Elward.
I'm going ahead. Make sure the road's still clear.
Teek nods and says, we'll be right behind you. Come on.
Should I take points since
Move, people.
I know where to go?
Practice is gonna lean over, whisper to Teek, and ask him if he's missing any gold.
Teek raises an eyebrow and says, is this really the time to be checking our coffers?
Practice just shrugs and says, up to you.
She will check her coin purse real quick. Am I missing anything?
No, you are not. As you guys are gearing up, both Scarry and Anston are going to go to the sack. And Scarry's going to say, "Does anybody need healing potions?"
I'll take one.
That might not be a bad idea.
Scarry hands Ogun a potion of greater healing. And
Practice.
oh yeah, I'm sorry. Fractus a potion of greater healing and Soulmane a potion of greater healing. At the same time, Anston goes into the sack and pulls out a book and tucks it into his clothes. Fractus is the only one who notices that. Otherwise, after they equip up and grab some gear out of the sack, everybody is ready to head up the mountain. Willow, going up first. Your elk is going to be able to transverse these stairs a little bit better, and just once again with the sides of the mountain and how weather hits it, this is going to be a green side of the mountain. So while the stairs do weave up through this while it is kind of like a forest that the stone path is going through. It is kind of a kept forest. It's not out of control, and
it's like a state park or something. It's a managed woodland.
Yeah, the roots kind of hold each stone in place, and just with the sturdier ground and everything, the elk is going to be able to navigate this path a little bit better. I mean, horses would still find this terribly difficult. There are some paths though where it has to slow down on turns because it is a large creature.
I'm not proceeding necessarily at speed so much as I'm even when it's not necessarily dangerous. I'm moving forward with some caution because I don't want to push Garland too hard on these mountain steeps.
Okay, and are you just looking with your passive perception if anything stands out, or are you investigating as you're going up, or? My main objective is to make sure there's not a nasty surprise waiting for us ahead. Okay. Or try to sniff out ambushes if there happen to be any. I'm not necessarily trying to get all that far ahead of the rest of the group, just far enough to give them a little bit of time to react if there's an ambush or something like that. All right. Yeah, you're going to get up to the base of the Temple of Hearthfire, and mostly without incident. I mean, there were a couple instances of birds or something, flapping and setting off your senses. But other than that, you get up to the entrance, and you can look down over the mountain basin and see that it is a pretty peaceful morning to be in Sarai's Dawn. Looking at the temple top, though, while this thing was like a lighthouse last night, the temple itself is dim.
That's a pretty ill. That's not a good omen, is it?
It is not. Most of the time, well, I don't know if Willow has ever visited this Earthfire before. This fire has been described as, a massive, just, 100-yard radius, burning in every direction on top of a mountain. It's kind of like a volcano, top. You would imagine if you're this close to it, you'd feel some sort of heat or something. But you don't. Oh, okay. By the way, too, you notice there are two entrances to the temple, or rather towards the Earthfire. There is a set of towers halfway, or just over halfway up through the path that lead straight into the heart of the mountain as tunnels. and then the path extends. The path continues to the mountaintop, and you can see the temple on top of the mountain. I assumed you just walked past the tunnels into the to the mountaintop temple.
I'm not going to get too far ahead of the group though, especially not if we're about to enter a dwelling.
Okay. The rest of the group, is making their way up these stairs, slightly slower than Willow, but in an hour or so lands you guys at the tunnels that lead into the heart of the mountain. It is a set of stone structures built kind of like a keep or tower into the mountainside here. A couple trees and other just forestation from the area obscure it, but it does look abandoned. The path leads onward or upwards past these tunnels to the temple sitting on top of the mountain that you can see. Do you guys want to go in the tunnels, or do you want to go to the temple on top?
Soulmane will make the point. I got into the tunnels here. Terracry came out of another tunnel down the left side. Left side has excuse me, a long hallway, and at the end seems to be two pathways. He came out of the western pathway.
I'm going to post a picture. Anthony, I had Soulmane going into the temple because you told me he wanted to keep heading up.
Yep. Okay, so he
didn't go through the tunnels, but Tik would be somewhat familiar with this area. And I should actually probably label this before I just post it again. I posted in your guys' thing last week. Here we go. And let me not post naked pictures of myself on the Discord. Anybody who's watching, you guys are free to join the Discord and you can see the picture I just posted. Is
that the map? The floor plans of the temple.
Yeah, that is the floor plans. And I'm
I enjoy the idea that Brandon has nude pictures of himself on his phone. That seems not a thing that Brandon would have.
I have shirtless pictures of me.
Okay, that either says east or earth instead of earth.
East.
I thought you meant west.
That's the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely water, fire, and earth.
I'm taking. You guys haven't heard of the Earth God?
Earth.
Me and the Earth God are good friends.
I mean, hey, I'll hurt you. But then, I don't want to sound like a cockney, so...
Alright, I'm
Never
posting
sound like
a second picture. The large complex is the temple. The smaller complex are the tunnels below.
Is it possible to be more confused by this drawing?
Yes, it is. That is why I am posting it, and you know what? If you guys want to discuss it, I can answer any questions for you. But also, I'm going to save it to Discord, or I'm going to save it to my computer, and I'll upload it on the. On Roll20, and then I can draw on it and answer any more questions specifically.
Okay,
Hey, wait a second. Hey, Brandon, can I get a roll on history to get an idea of, where inside this temple, all the crazy mojo is likely to go down?
Yes, you can. What was the result? I'm in a thing right now where I can't see it. 18. 18. You guys know if somebody was here to visit the Earthfire, there is a ring around the center of the upper temple. A ring around the center of the upper temple where you can walk around the heart of the Earthfire. It is a gentle warmth that radiates from it up there, but the Earthfire itself actually started burning from somewhere inside the mountain. In that if you were trying to forge in it, you'd have to... on an 18, you'd know artisan guilds normally use the tunnels, pilgrims normally use the temple. I think that would be the easiest way to explain it.
Okay. The core of it's this way, and he leads into the tunnel.
Alright, there we go. I got the picture on Discord, or on Roll20, and I'm not going to keep this up here because, you know, it's just like my sketched out shenanigans. There is a chance that you guys, you know, might never even get to this temple, so, you know, I didn't bother making a page for it on Roll20. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about it, I can sketch and answer them for you. Just as far as what Soulmane knows, Soulmane went in this way, went to hide behind these statues, saw a workroom back here and hid in this workroom, and then in blue, Terrorcry came out and inspected from that hallway and inspected the room that he was in. You guys are at this structure right here. That is essentially a set of tunnels leading, you know, directly to the heart of the fire.
So the part you were talking about, the ring you can walk around, is where it says pit fire?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, still gonna head for the tunnels, I think.
Okay. Alright, and I'm assuming everybody follows Ogun's lead?
I'll follow wherever it's going.
Yeah. As we're going, I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns upon myself.
Alrighty. You guys...
as we go, Tik is going to have an action readied to attack Terrorcry if she sees him. She's heard him described as being in werewolf form, so, you know, if there happens to be a lycanthrope around one of these corners, she's gonna smack it.
Alright, for Tik, I'm gonna allow you a religion check for free. Just as part of your profession and knowledge that you as a player had prior. Go ahead and roll it, or do you need me to roll it for you?
I'm gonna need you to roll that for me there, good buddy.
Alrighty, Tik, blah, 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 blah. Religion. Alright. An 8. Yeah, Tik is,
good.
yeah. Tik, you know, is just gonna be, going forward, on the ready.
Brandon giveth, Brandon taketh away.
Oh, it was an 8, by the way. Yeah, JD. Alright.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh,
So
go ahead.
Ogun's gonna cast a detect magic. Wait, I think. Let me make sure I've got that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, detect magic. So to try to find whatever the hell's going on down here.
Okay, I don't... alright, you are going to detect magic. I need to see... The range on that is like 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, first you're going to... before you do that, I'm going to describe the first room you guys step into. Stepping into this fortress, it is It's going to be kind of like an open. It's going to be an open portcullis, and along the walls here, you're gonna see different metallic murals of what appears to be etchings of war scenes here. You can assume these are the depictions of Galesong's ascension. There are several walking here. There are several more that seem slightly older, and you can tell that these etchings, the frames, the metal plates that these etchings are on along the wall, seem to be installed here. In this first room, in the first room you walk past a portcullis, and this seems to, of course, this is a gatehouse for the entrance in this direction. Along the walls, you guys are going to be able to read what is directions pointing you forward, and what points you forward, and then what points you to your guys' left, which there are two tunnels, one leading deeper into here, and one leading into a side chamber. One says council chambers, and then the other one says Guildheart. The one that leads forward is to Guildheart. The one that leads to your left is council chambers. This whole place is made of stone, dotted between between the stones. Most of it's going to be just like gray, like hard. Well, limestone's not gray, but some sort of like hard cobbled stone. And dotted between these are going to be pieces of marble stone. The mural, by the way, is etched on what appears to be Velpier, which is a stony white metal. Detecting magic, that's what I was looking at, the range of it. I was like, why am I looking at detect magic? I just need to see if it's blocked by stone. It is blocked by 1 inch of common metal. So you are going to pick up like the just faintest sense of magic, but most of it's going to be coming from your party. If you suspect if there's magic in these tunnels, you can't feel it from where you're at now.
I was about to say, does Soulmane just kind of light up like a Christmas tree?
Yeah, it's an action to see where the sources come from. But yeah, you do detect magic around you.
Okay. Well, it's a visual thing. He's going to glance around real quick. Everything.
Owl has an arrow knocked and it's just glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for you it's glowing.
Round's like,
Bran,
okay, glowing, and it's on. He's not worried about the party right now.
Brandon.
Yes.
What kind of check would it be to see if Soulmane knows if werewolves would be susceptible to poison or not?
Of nature. Or religion. Lycanthropy started as a religious curse.
Well, they're both the same crap. Well, they're not terrible, so let's see. That is a nat 20.
Alright, on a nature check, you're gonna know to any natural poison, a werewolf would likely be immune to it, as its main crippling weakness is anything silvered. Now, you can lace the poison with like bits of silver, and that would definitely bite into it. But if it's not magical, it's likely not going to have an effect on the werewolf.
Can I like listen intently and like Kara sniff around it, because Kara's aware of terror cries and Elena's scent?
Yes, you can. You guys still haven't given me a direction if you want to go left or straight.
Hogan goes straight.
Alright, stepping into the hallway. 3 poison dart traps go off. You're all dead. No, I'm kidding. Stepping into the hallway, is Ogun at all being stealthy?
Yeah, I think Kara can smell anything and everything in there.
Yeah, moving behind Ogun, Kara is definitely going to smell Elena's scent. Ogun's also going to hear sounds as he's stepping down this hallway, echoing back to him. It appears there are people, or there's something alive in these tunnels.
Hey, I'm gonna have to dip out. Please note my messages. I have Moonbeam for Terror Cry, and I have Ensnaring Strike, and my Channel Divinity can entangle at a range for Elena. Priority is given to Elena.
Alrighty.
If that becomes relevant. Otherwise, happy crawling, guys.
Okay. So, Kara's going to like give a little growl, like everyone is going to hear in their heads. They're here because I'm a race that has telepathy. Woo! Ghostwise halfling is best halfling.
Soulmane just kind of does the creaking neck turn towards Allward. Please stay out of my head. And then goes to the stealth,
you just hear, no.
Then he'll go into stealth to try to start sneaking for.
Ogun's gonna move a little slower and let Soulmane go ahead, so that like kind of gesture like quiet, but not say anything.
Yeah, roll stealth, Brandon.
Yes. As everybody is preparing to go down this tunnel, you see, people crouching, getting ready. Everybody's, getting their weapon attacks ready and stuff. Scarry is going to Alright, give me un secondo. Let's see, what is that? Great. Scarry is going to Scarry's going to be creeping behind Anston. Everybody except for Anston is going to, as you guys are getting ready, it's going to notice her casting a spell. As it seems to be some hodgepodge of a cantrip that she's stringing together as she's crouched, behind Anston. And she clearly reaches into Anston's belt loop, moving something gently out of the crest of it. And as she does, it appears whatever is in her hand in this dim light is still in his belt loop from what everybody can see. She pockets the item.
Okay, what the fuck was that?
Does Ogun say that?
No, he looks back. Sorry, I'm saying what the fuck was that? He looks back and I got a 20 on my roll.
Okay, you're looking at Scarry, trying to discern her spell. It seemed to be some gimped down version of a minor illusion. Yeah, you are able to clearly identify that. She pulled an item out of his waist and replaced it with an illusion. You look at it for a few seconds before the illusion seems to fade. However, Anston does not seem to be any the wiser.
Okay. Since I have dark vision, what was the object?
It looked like a book.
Okay. I don't know what the meaning of that would be, but alright.
I wouldn't care, to be honest with him.
Yeah, well, this book seems to be moving around a bit, and like it's supposed to be important, but I don't know that it's important, so...
Yeah, that's the metagaming bitch in there.
Yeah. I mean, if I should be making a wisdom check to go, like, is this actually important? I need to pay attention to it, or do I just go, whatever?
I mean, you can tell Scarry to keep her hands to herself if you want.
Or at this moment, are you more interested in, hey, there's the bitch that we've been hunting in the very next room. It has been confirmed that she is there, and we're currently bickering over whatever those two lovebirds are doing.
Yeah, that's how I
I'm not
feel
worried
about it.
I'm just, his axe is ready. He's moving forward. He's letting Soulmane take one.
Alrighty. Soulmane sneaks forward, outwards. Good lord!
Back to the living nets.
Yeah! Good
Yeah,
heebie-jeebie.
Just wait till combat.
Alright.
Yeah, no, gonna
Don't
absolutely
hurt
suck.
I'm knocking on wood, don't worry.
You...
Howard's already, like, immediately behind Elena, just about to stab her in the neck.
As you guys are slowly marching forward, the tunnel that Ogun hears sounds coming from is a distant echo of just a and then just whimpers, and it is the tunnel to your left, and I will draw this out right there. It is open. You can see it. This tunnel is labeled guild quarters.
Okay, what it?
Do you guys go in it?
Well, I would like to go investigate the grunting.
Or what?
Okay. As you guys step into this room, as you get closer around the corner, you can see there's actually dim light in this room. There appears the dim light just hits out to probably enough for you guys to like turn the corner and see it comes just to the edge there. Looking around this room, there appears to be about 8 people. All either restrained or unconscious. There is a large sleeping beast in the middle of the floor. It is red in nature, and it seems more insect-like than beast-like. However, it is as big as a dire hound.
Okay.
What's the way to identify it?
I will relay that information via telepathy.
Ogun is going to recognize this as as some sort of abnormal rust monster. Rust beast, or is it a rust beast or rust monster?
Rust monster, I think.
Yeah. It has been forever since I looked at what's in her inventory. Rust monster, yes. It is sleeping. Some people seem to be awake in their restraints. They are crying, and you can assume that's the whimpering that's coming down the hallway. This thing is snoring as it's sleeping. That is the occasional grunts you're hearing.
Okay.
However, it does not seem to be, like active or anything like that.
He's gonna hold his hand up to get everybody to stop. Look at Allward, point at it, whisper very, very quietly, "Rust monster," and then tap his head and do a little circle with his hand, like tell everybody.
I'm gonna run into Ogun.
Hey, what the hell is that thing?
Okay, the moment you go to like, what the, like you just get like, I'm just gonna jump and backhand you.
Oh,
No, I wasn't actually saying it. It's like, because of the stealth roll, that's what it's kind of going down as.
yeah, it is a monstrosity, BT dubs.
I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry.
Alad's going to like roll his eyes and then just nice and quietly just make his way around the room with his short sword, just very slowly cutting the restraints of the hostages.
All right. As you do, you're going to notice these people seem to be tied up with whatever was around, rope, silk, chains. You can cut the restraints of. You can cut
okay. If it looks like it easily can easily be untied and like retrieved material, then I'll do that. But generally, it's just quick slice, move on.
You can cut, and that's what I'm saying. You can cut the restraints of about 6 of these people. The ones with chains, it is going to be difficult to do it without untie the chains without making noise.
Where are they just like chains wrapped around? Or, are they like connected to something?
Yeah, so these people seem in this room. This chamber is a housing quarters for any guild that comes to work near the Earthfire. This area is a bunkhouse, but all of this is like public area. So everything here is is just hard metal cots. Some stacked on each other, but all, either attached to the wall or bolted to the floor. They're going to be, each one's going to be like either tied, so that their hands are tied to one of these bars, or, completely, tied so their body's attached to one of these bars, chains onto, one of them. Enough so that, any commoner's not just going to be able to pull and run out of these things.
Right, okay. So, I'm guessing I have... What would that be, like, sleight of hand in order to...
to undo the chains, quietly, yes.
I'm gonna, like, look at the chains, and gonna look over to Salmain, and Salmain's gonna hear in his head, yeah, I'm not good with chains.
Just give me a hand and keep an eye on that thing.
I guess Arrow is now trained on the Rust Beast.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hands check to get these chains off these people.
That's not bad.
Alright, you're going to, get... You're gonna get the chains off, but the dog squeak toy is gonna wake the rest monster, and... No, I'm kidding. Alright, you're gonna get the chains off, these people, and, a couple of them, or rather the, last 2 are going to, try and go free, and all of them, still, being quiet. There is a guy here who keeps, crying. It was, his whimpers that, kind of alerted you guys that, there's somebody, here. He's not gonna do well on the stealth chat.
Okay, is that one of the guys, like, tied up with chains, or, like, one of the guns was, like, easily retrievable material?
One of the guys that, Alward freed.
Okay. Would you say you're deciding to use some of the material to gag him would be common sense or intelligence?
Intelligence. As your natural instincts to help this person.
No.
He's been here all night with this thing, snarling down his face. So, He's just like, oh, thank you.
He doesn't think to gag him. He just goes, shh, and moves on. So.
All right. So.
He didn't think to gag him.
These people are each going to attempt to get out, and I'm going to tell you the checks. Well, I'll give them to you guys in order that they go. The beast rolls an 8 on perception check with disadvantage because it's sleeping. The first person rolls a 9 to get out. The second person rolls a 13 to sneak by. The third person, which is the I'm rolling as the guy Alward help, rolls a 6. He is going to, as he's trying to sneak out of these chambers, he's going to step dangerously close to this thing, and you're going to see its antenna twitch, and one of its like large green beady eyes is going to open, and it's going to move on naturally on the side of its head, kind of like a chameleon. And its head doesn't move, but its eye turns completely to look at this guy. It is awake, and it starts snarling at him. It is
At that point,
presumably
an arrow.
going to attack. Alrighty. Oh, play me some battle music. There we go. Go ahead and roll me initiative against this thing.
Can I not take my attack?
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna let my dog out. Sorry.
Yes, you can. We'll do this as cinematic combat. Anybody who wants to, participate can roll initiative.
Does it hit?
Let's see. A 15 is not going to hit this thing.
Okay.
How do hang on. How do I roll initiative again on this? Because I remember screwing this up last time.
We're not doing it with the turn tracker. We're gonna just do this as cinematic. You just roll. It is going to be a dexterity check for you.
Okay, got it.
All right. So one arrow into this thing. I don't know what type of bribe or cocaine you gave the people at Roll20 to get all these 20s tonight, but just tell me where you sent the address you sent it to, so I can, send them some next week.
You see, I actually sent them a long pity email because all of my games this week, except for my Wednesday game, has been cancelled.
Oh, so all the luck is stacking up tonight. All right.
Yeah.
So.
There it is. That one.
Oh well. Can't beat me.
Alright, so you guys have definitely won initiative against this thing. It is going to let me roll initiative for all of the people. Alright. Actually, I'm just going to do the initiative for the people on 2 rounds. The ones who failed I'm going to roll with advantage. The ones who failed get the higher one, and the ones who the ones who passed get the higher initiative. The ones who failed get the lower initiative. It is a 12 and a 5. All right. So you guys have 1 initiative. Outward sees this rust monster down here. You shoot. You shoot your arrow into this thing. And it is going to... that 15 is not going to hit. What are you doing on your turn?
Okay, so... Basically it's like, fire an arrow, well that didn't work. And basically just starts running towards it, drops the bow, pulls out 2 short swords, and just jumps at it.
Don't use your... Oh, god damn it.
Oh, that's up to him.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
It's just the...
Roll me 2 attacks.
No.
That is not going to hit. Roll me a second attack. Alright. I mean, I guess that's a thing. Alright, so that short sword is definitely going to find its mark on the rust monster.
Right through the neck.
And did you have Hunter's Mark on it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be 10 points of damage. Your short sword takes a...
and wouldn't that be doubled? Or is it already doubled?
Yeah, it's already doubled. The damage roll is... Or rather, you roll double dice in 5th edition when you crit. So you only get your attack modifier once. Or you only get your damage modifier once, but since his weapon does 1d6 and he crit, he rolls 2d6. So it's 2d6 plus his dexterity. Your short swords are going to hit into this thing. The second short sword, you're going to notice it starts corroding a little bit. It takes a -1 penalty to its next damage roll. It is affected by the rust monster's skin. Alright.
Now I think about it, I probably should have rolled a nature check earlier to identify what a rust monster is.
Yeah,
a little late for that now.
yeah, as you ran by, Ogun was just like, "Oh, it's a month," but it was too late. Alward had that crit in his eyes. Alright, it is, do you have Kara do anything? She is around the corner, waiting with the rest of the party.
So I should roll Kara's initiative.
Okay. Otherwise, it is Willow's turn. Willow hears the scouts that they sent ahead fighting inside of this chamber. The hallway, BT Dubs, is 15 feet in width. This place is large enough that Bronwyn would have been able to get in here. Oh, Wesley, if you're talking, you're muted. Did I mute him?
Oops. Okay, no, I got it. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So can I see the thing from where I currently am, or do I have to move forward some?
Yeah, I'm assuming the party, like, went around into this hallway, peeked this corner, and then sent the scouts forward. You can see they're fighting some large beast. Large red beast with antennas and scales in the middle of the room.
Okay. How far would you say I am currently?
This hallway, it is probably 60 feet straight ahead, to charge this thing. The only problem is if you charge straight down the hallway, there are... you can move...
A bunch of people away.
Yeah, there are people running out. As soon as, they move past this rust monster, they started sprinting towards you guys.
That's fine. I've got my short bow out, and I will just take 2 shots with the short bow.
Alrighty. Roll me damage. Or an attack roll. 2 attack rolls.
Alright, we got first one.
That is going to hit.
Alright, go ahead and roll the second one.
Oh, yeah, that is not going to hit.
Okay, well. Get this stuff out of here. Minimum damage.
Okay. 6 points of damage. That is the first damage it's taken, I believe.
Okay. And I'm just going to...
I'm sorry. Burst damage rust monster is taken, not, I don't know, the sword of its neck?
Oh, no, yeah, 10. I'm sorry. I was remembering one of Alward's attacks missed, but I forgot about the first one. Yeah. Is Willow doing anything else?
I'm going to. You said the hallway is 60 feet long. 60 feet long.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to move up, or I'm going to have Bronwyn move up 30, but I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep the short bow and get ready to shoot at it again.
Okay.
But I maintain this distance.
All right. This rust monster is going to, it is going to take 2 actions. It's going to take an extra attack. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's going to crit it's going to crit the guy who, woke him, of course, is who the rust monster initially saw, and combat happened with it, pouncing on him. And, Alward dashed up behind it and, attempted to attack it. It is going to, its second attack, it's going to move its antennas to, towards Alward. And its antennas moving like limbs of their own, trying to grab his short sword from him. Make me a dexterity save against the antenna attack to move out of the way. That commoner though, ain't nothing he can do about that one.
Oh my god, that's a terrible roll.
It passes.
I mean, fine, but still terrible roll.
It was the 20.
I have a +9. I rolled a 4.
All right. So this man is going to, get up and be sneaking by, and this rust monster is going to leap on him, pounce him to the ground, and just begin mauling into him with pincers, fangs, mouth, and everything. While this is happening, its antennas move towards Alward. Alward gets out of the way as it tries to grab your sword. The man screams as it leaps on him, but only for a moment before his screams kind of become gargled, and he's like, and then he's quiet. All right.
Sorry, do I need to roll initiative, or did you roll for me, Brandon?
I did not roll for you. You can roll if you want. I was assuming not everybody got involved in this. I did roll initiative for Teak, though.
I was in the room when Alward and the thing, so...
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. We are on the 22. We just moved at 22. Oh snap! I also skipped Ogun.
Ogun's on 20, so...
Yeah. So 22. Soulmane is going to be able to act before this thing mauls this guy to death. If you can't do anything to prevent it, this guy's getting mauled to death.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he seeing the guy, wake up the thing, after he was trying to help them get everyone out quietly. He's like, God damn it! And takes out his rapier and runs in for the stab.
Alrighty. Is this the magical rapier?
The Velpier.
Okay, the Velpier one is not magical. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
No one told me what a rust monster is.
Yeah,
I know. Character, but
yeah, I was just letting you know.
Well, did you notice what happened to Alward's sword?
I was stepped away, so I wasn't here for that part.
All right, you are definitely going to hit this thing.
Alward stabbed it, so I get sneak attack, correct?
Yes, I was going to say you can flank with Alward, and you would get sneak attack on this.
So that's with the sword and my snake.
16. That's going to bring it up to. Why do I keep misplacing my pencil? It's going to bring it up to 32 points of damage plus 5 is 37 points of damage it's taken. It is bloodied. However, not dead. It Your sword takes a permanent -1 to damage rolls of the as it begins to corrode. The rust monster mauls this guy to death, misses outward. It is Ogin's turn.
Okay. Stop using your metal swords! And then throws a produce flame.
All right. It is going to look towards Ogin. Kind of, just at him shouting. He's probably been the loudest one here. With its unnatural insect-like gaze, produce flame is going to miss.
Damn. He will also put away his great axe.
Alrighty, it is Fractus's turn, followed by Teak and then the commoners.
Forgetting the bear.
Practice as a bonus action is going to.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on, I'm looking up at what Kara's initiative
19.
was. Oh, 19, okay. It snuck in back there behind me. Alright, it is Kara's turn, and then Fractus.
That's fine.
Yep. What's that? The sound of the howard being in combat? Because I recognize the sound of missed arrows. Self-burn. So, yeah, Kara's just going to come sauntering on in, see the rust monster, and then tackle it.
Alright, the rust monster, while they're normally a medium creature, this one is large. You can...
can grapple creatures up to one size larger than you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can roll a contested athletics check.
Would it be with advantage because technically flanking?
No, not on this, because it's not an attack it needs to, devote its whole attention to. It's devoting its whole body
Grapple is
to...
it.
Yeah, I'm about to say...
It's a special attack.
Yeah, it is completely focusing its attention on you as you're grappling it.
Oh well. I tried to get that advantage. That sweet advantage. And I needed it.
So... The rust monster rolled a 7, and it's not trained in athletics, and it is not a strength-based creature. Once again, Kara is going... You're going to see this, like, a Lion King fight of, Scar and Simba just, like, swatting at each other, and this just smaller, more agile creature is going to be able to knock this rust monster off its balance, pinning down portions
There is
of its
nothing
tail.
agile about...
Well, it's
There's nothing agile about her.
Apparently better at grappling than a large rust monster. And it's the rust monster is going to be affected by the grappled condition. It is
My turn.
yes, Practice's turn.
Well, I'm going to throw a insightful fighting on him as a bonus action.
Okay, he has to make a check against your charisma.
Insight.
Oh, insight against your... Alright, 2 7s in a row, and he's got a -2 in intelligence, so I'm not even going to add it up.
That's for you, so you know what.
Okay, so yeah, it is a charisma check. He's got he's got a slightly better charisma, but it's still -2. Oh, sorry, -4 in intelligence, -2. That's great. That's fantastic. It fails it.
Okay, so that's his bonus action, and he's going to, when he heard Ogin say no metal, he's going to look at his sword and go, and then move over, do a parkour off the wall, and kick the thing in the face.
Alrighty. Roll me an attack roll. You have advantage. That is going to hit. Roll damage. Eight points of damage. This thing has taken 45 points in total that you guys know about. Come on, Mr. Rust Monster.
I'm going to actually spend a key point.
All right.
And I'm
Flurry
going
of
to do
blows.
no, I can't do flurry of blows, but I can do stunning strike.
What?
All right. I believe in this rust monster's ability to roll over a 7. Nope. Well, it is technically over a 7. I thought I'd use roll 20 and maybe it'd give me a nat 20, but 7,
Sorry,
and then
that's
a
what we
5. Yeah. Alrighty. So, yeah, this rust monster, while grappled with Kara, is going to, look up at this kit coming to, and just, it is seeing stars right now. It is still bloodied, not dead yet. Teek's turn. Teek, seeing all, and I just accidentally dropped the die that was rolling 7s on the ground, so that's probably going to be for the best. Teek is going to see this, see all of you guys doing this, and Teek's going to hold down the tunnel, continuing her ready action to attack anything that might come up behind you guys.
I was about to say, for help, if Sloman would look over at Teak, get the others out of here. We'll take care of this thing. We got this.
Yeah, the members that are there of the blue band, they're also, on top. The 12, the escape guild members, yes.
I didn't get my sneak attack damage in.
Oh, go ahead and roll it.
I don't think you get sneak attack with unarmed strike, or with a...
I do with you're right. You're right, I don't.
Well, wait, what do you mean you don't?
Yeah,
it's not it depends if fists count as a finesse weapon or not.
Oh, I mean, as a monk, you're able to use your dex for both attack and damage rolls, and that's what finesse does for weapons.
They don't count as finesse weapons. It's martial arts that gives you the ability to use your fists. But you can get an item in the world called brass knuckles, which are essentially fists, but it gives you the finesse property on your hand. I did discuss this with Rob about shenanigans.
Yeah, I was about to say. We had this discussion with someone else who wants to do a rogue monk, and this exact topic came up about it.
Yeah, good call on that. I forgot I didn't use my sword.
The village are I get, for all intents and purposes, the villagers. All right. I'm just going to roll a percentage die of if any of them are brave enough to help you fight, and if any of them actually contribute. 4 of them are going to help in the fight, while the other 3 have ran out, and 1 was mauled to death. So as you guys start pounding this thing, they're going to come up with fists in tow and just for honor, for Gale-sung, and start trying to punch this thing as Kara has it grappled. Oh, okay, yeah, they are going to be able to get advantage on it. So 2 are going to hit. I'm going to re-roll those hits just to see if any of them crit. They don't crit. 2 are going to miss, and I'm going to re-roll to see if any of them miss. So these guys are blacksmiths. Most of them have +1 in their strength, so I'm going to roll them all as commoners with 12 strength. They deal 2 points of damage across 3 hits. Each dealing, so they deal 6 points of damage to this thing. From what you guys can tell, it has taken 51 points of damage, and it does not seem to be doing that well. Well, I mean, it's still bleeding. It's still up. These guys form a gang around it, start kicking, punching, and just laying into this thing, trying to help you guys. The pack has engaged. That was the bottom of the round. Top of the round with Alward.
Okay, seeing the damage that was done to his sword, he's just going to Okay, think. I don't want to use my longbow because then I'm going to risk killing
Soulmate just
everyone.
looks over at Elward. I think I got it.
Yeah, I would just going to kick at the monster.
All right, roll me an unarmed strike. You are
Can I use
proficient
my
in
dex?
it. Yes. Wait, no, you can't use your dex. You don't have martial arts. It deals
Hey.
1 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, well let's. So to deal 2 damage, I roll over +4. Oh, D20 +4. That's. I forgot to slash.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's not it right there.
It doesn't matter.
But
What
you have
matters is that.
advantage because it's stunned and grappled.
As I was saying, it doesn't matter if I hit. Although I do. So it takes another 2 damage. But yeah, no, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is I took the attack action because. Now
All
Kara
right.
gets to bite it.
That 19 does hit for 2 damage, and then roll. You can roll Kara's hit.
Actually, because grappling only takes 1 arm, technically, according to the rules. So let's go for a claw. With advantage, because advantage, and yeah. Please, does that kill?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking down. So it took 2 points of damage. It was at 53, and then it dealt 13 points of slashing damage. That brings it up to 66.
Is it dead?
It is unfortunately dead. How do you kill it?
Okay, so I kick it in the shin, and Kara in the middle of literally bear hugging it, just lifts it up a bit, and then just brings her paws from around her back above her head, and just slams its head into the floor, squashing it.
All right.
Since it was stunned, wasn't that a critical damage?
It was not stunned. It was grappled. Grappled.
It was also stunned because of.
Yeah, it is
right?
critical. Yeah, it was. You're right. You're right.
So there is now no head.
Yeah,
It
3
just
points of
splattered
damage.
all over the floor.
All right. So, I'm sorry I was a little bit zoned out there because I was reading something. So, as this thing dies, you guys are going to see its body starts glowing and energy starts coalescing across it.
Get out!
This is it has 2 effects on it, and it is a contingency spell. All right, I had to read what those do. So, oh gosh, I have to read one more. Sorry about that.
Get out!
Yeah, I take the liberty to have a little bit more fun with high-level casters to, try spells I'm not familiar with.
That's fair.
All right, so 2 things are going to. There's no save on that. What when it's creature lasts for the duration. Oh, okay, a Constitution saving throw. Okay, cool. All right, so the creature was guarding the was kind of in the center of this room, guarding the 15-foot exit of it. As it dies, this energy is going to coalesce all around it. just kind of glow and then disperse. From its body in a 20-foot sphere in every direction around it, this yellow fog is just going to start creeping out, obscuring the room. Everybody inside of the room, Ogun, Ogun was fighting from a range. Fractus, Alward, and Soulmane.
Hey, Brandon, hold on a sec. Would Ogun have a chance to dispel that?
No, this one's a contingency. The second
time to trigger.
Yeah. Contingency, you put one condition on it, and then when that condition goes off, it goes off like a ready to action. If you have counterspell, you can use counterspell as a reaction on it.
I don't have counterspell on me at the moment, at least.
Alrighty. This gas fills up the chamber. Alward, Soulmane, and Fractus, roll me a Constitution saving throw against Elena's spell save DC.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm
got it.
going to roll for these 4 that stayed back to help you. 1 is going to succeed, and the rest are all going to fail.
You mean all going to die?
Yeah, the check to beat was 17.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, only Kara made it.
Let's see. Those who So this is going to happen on your turn. So you can keep that check. But there is a chance this cloud might not be here when you start your turn. You don't take the damage until the start of your... When a creature enters the spell for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. Okay, so yeah, you guys would be entering it for the first time. So yeah, everybody does take that damage then.
Except Kara, who takes half?
Yeah, and if you pass, you take half as much. It is poison damage. Creatures are affected even if they hold their breath. The fog moves 10 feet from you at the start of each of your turns, rolling along the surface. Okay, cool. Yeah, so all of those commoners die. All of the blacksmiths immediately, like, as you guys kill this thing, they're excited and it's like, yeah, we're... and keel over. That was on Kara's initiative at 19.
No, that was on Alward's initiative.
Oh, that was on Alward's initiative at the top of the round.
And that was... Is Alward's turn ended? Because he only took an action.
No, your turn is not over.
Okay, so with rest of movement, I'm going to, like, turn around and pick up the bow, and then get onto Kara. Because I assume that's easily within 25 feet.
Yeah, you can, yeah, Kara's, like, right in front of you, and, you can hop on her and start charging out of this cloud if you want.
I mean, I can't move until Kara's turn, but yeah, just grab the bow that I dropped and jump on Kara's back.
Alrighty. It is, Willow's turn, followed by Soulmane.
So is there anything left back?
There is not. The creature's body is still there. It had one more effect on it from Elena, but we're just finishing out the round in initiative. Then we're ending combat.
Okay. So I'm assuming out of character that this was a would you say it was like a big cloud of yellow mist or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. Let me make a quick check what I got in my inventory. If I have anything that could help. Not a thing. I'm going to. If I hear people moving around in there, I'm going to. I don't know. What do you do? This is a hard choice to make. I don't think he wouldn't run into it, but none of the other villagers made it out, or the pilgrims.
Yeah, 3 made it out. They chose not to fight. The other 4 stayed behind. 1 was mauled as he was running by.
Okay. I'm going to. I guess since we're ending combat, he's going to wait till the cloud dissipates, and then he's going to rush in and see what he can do to help.
Alrighty. It is Soulmane's turn.
Okay, so the way it works is when we enter the area and at the start of our turn?
No, when you enter for the first time.
Okay.
Oh, or starts its turn there. The creature must make a saving throw. Yeah, I think this thing just keeps choking you guys.
Alright, so do I get another saving throw or no?
Yeah, you do get another saving throw. Yeah.
Soulmane drops.
Alright,
Wait. So it's only been 1 turn since the guy died. Or are you counting the second?
Oh, yeah. It's this thing's turn, or yeah, I'm gonna roll. You can only be affected by this thing once per round, because that's some wonky text on there. I'm gonna look up this spell too, BT Dubs, just to make sure I'm using it right.
Well,
because it's kind of crazy, you know, if you cast it on your turn and then it kills.
Well, it's called Cloud Kill, so go fig. But
Yeah.
It's,
Let's see.
first time, enters the spell for the first time, or on a turn, or starts its turn there. So that's either or. It sounds like.
Yeah, the cloud appears. There's a difference in the wording here, and it says taking damage. It would seem the creature in the area would only take damage at the beginning of their next turn. So does the spell damage on the wizard's turn that's cast? Good answer. It does not cause damage when first cast. According to Jeremy Crawford, he is the Lord and God of D&D. So you take that damage at the start of your turn. So you take that 32 at the start of your turn.
okay.
That is such weird wording.
Yeah, they need to fix that one.
Yeah.
It's like the thing is cast, and then a moment to actually breathe it in.
Yeah. That's fair.
Soulmane is gonna use his turn to get out of the death cloud, heading towards the exit that the thing was guarding.
Okay. It is a 20-foot radius, so you are in the center of it. Moving 30 feet moves you, 10 feet out of it, so.
As Soulmane gets to the other side, he just looks over, because it was there was an exit on the other side of the room, right?
No, it was guarding the only exit out of this room. It was keeping the captives in this room.
Oh, okay, so I'm joining back up with the rest of them.
Yes. It was specifically, guarding this doorway. All right.
Soulmane's gonna look over at them as he gets out of there, kind of gasping for air. She might know we're here now.
It is 22. Soulmane, Willow, Ogun was at 20.
Okay.
Oh, Brandon, I'm also going to use Healing Hand just to give myself some bit of help back.
Ogun, what's your dexterity modifier?
0.
0. Okay, the whatchamajigger beats you for dexterity, the rust monster. So it is going to move first at 20.
Wait, I thought the Rust Monster's dead.
It is dead. It has one more effect on it.
Oh god.
It's the second of Elena's decorative ribbons goes off on it, it casts alarm in the area. I believe alarm, it just starts screaming.
Basically.
Alrighty.
Scream without a head?
No, the alarm spell makes the sound.
Warning.
Oh, I get it. You
Intruder
were
alert.
seeing if he could counter it before it
Yes.
happened.
Yeah, it's going to cast Dispel Magic. So
You can still cast Dispel Magic, because alarm goes off for 8 hours.
I'm going to focus on the Cloud Kill, because it's too fucking late for that one.
Alrighty. The Cloud Killed is moving, BT dubs. It doesn't move
Back
enough.
off if I have to.
Yeah.
Just a wisdom check, right?
Yes. No. Your, it is... Oh, well, it's cast in a 5th level slot. So yeah, it is a spell check.
Okay.
Yes, you are going to be able to dispel that. Roll me a second one for the alarm. When you dispel in an area, on a creature or area, you can, target everything on them. Alarm's a 1st level spell, but that one sticks.
Hang on. Dispel Magic, if it's a lower level spell, I don't have...
Oh, yeah, if it is a lower level spell, it just dispels it. Yep. So the alarm is gone, and the Cloud Kill is dispersed. Ogun gets rid of this yellow poisonous gas.
Does that mean that the hostages that were stood immediately around it when it initially went off, does that mean they don't die?
They do live! Yeah! Oh, that's great! Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, so, Ogun is going to dispel this cloud, revealing beneath it just all of these coughing and hacking and wheezing people who, are just gonna look up. It's just Ogun, the Magnificent. Like, there is Gale Song, and then there is Ogun sent specifically here by the gods to save them. You guys have one combat. The Rust Monster is dead.
So, Brandon, since Ogun went before me, do I take the damage?
You don't. That's why I was telling you guys. I was pretty sure that damage was at the the start of your turn. It just has really weird, wonky text on it, and it's always strange with some of those spells because people have questions, and then they'll tweet out answers, like clarifying them of just like, no, it works like this, and it's like, okay, if you can fit it in 250 characters as a clear answer, why can't you write it in the book in 250 characters as a clear answer? But yes, you do not take the damage.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
So from Kara's back, Howard is sick on the throws up on the rust monster. Because he took quite a sizable puff of that smoke.
Yeah, Soulmane kind of, as he's standing there, drops to a knee for a second, coughing up a little bit of blood.
I'm going to walk over to Soulmane, I think, stabbed it with his rapier.
Yes.
Show me that sword.
He pulls it out and hands it to him.
I'm going to try mending on it. Oh, wait. That takes a minute. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, mending, it's going to take a little while, but yeah.
If Soulmane looks over at Ogun, that's fine. It's fine. He shows him the Oath Blade. This is what I'll be using to kill her.
Good. Let's go. Move it.
Yeah, I think you're kind of ignoring the vomiting halfling.
Do I look like I got big heal spells stored up? No.
Yeah, who also has a rusted short sword, and you haven't seen him use anything else.
Yeah, as you guys are walking out of this room and preparing to go back down the hallway, Scarry is,
There's a jog.
Yeah.
Run.
as you guys are running, Scarry's going to pull out a vial from her alchemist satchel and hand it towards Alward and say, I think you did magnificent in there. Good job.
Thank you.
It heals 1d6 for her.
Woo. A d6? Is that plus anything, or is it just a d6?
I am looking at it right now. Alright, let's see. Specialties, Healing Drought. As an action, it heals 1d8 of hit points. Once creature regains, it heals 3d8 at 5th? Yeah, it heals 3d8. Congratulations. That's like half the poison cloud right there.
Or a third.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys begin jogging further into this tunnel. You can see there is a, as you're jogging past here, there seems to be some strange mechanical contraption set into the wall of anvils and not smithies, smelters, I think is the word I'm looking for drainage into just various work sections along this tunnel.
Memories.
Oh, yes, there we go. This tunnel goes on. This tunnel goes on for yards and yards. Before finally, you guys see a very strange pulley contraption, and just from here, like the worked stone of the tunnel turns into kind of like this Velpier cave that you're in. As you guys get into this part of it, you can see there is light gleaming from inside of from the end of the tunnel. As you get closer, you can see that where you'd expect the Earthfire to be, this tunnel leads straight into it. Where you'd expect this Earthfire to be, there is kind of this basin or crater of just this crystalline material that is reflecting light and diffracting it in all different directions, mostly down the tunnel. From here too, sunlight is gleaming in, and it is a little bit blinding and disorienting walking into this. But essentially, you guys run into the center of the temple, and you're at the bottom of the pit looking up. You can see the open skies above you, and the walkway of the upper tower, and on the ground that you're standing on, it is all this stony ore, the stony ore of Velpier in every direction, just veins of this white metal running through the different patchwork of the ground, and this crystal line material just occasionally shooting up from it in different areas and lining the walls of this area. The basin, for all intents and purposes, is empty. You guys are essentially in what would be kind of like a 100-foot in diameter, 100-foot in diameter, like gladiator pit, I guess would be the best way to describe it. You guys look up, I'm assuming. You guys see very distantly the outline of somebody sitting on the rim of the upper balcony.
Is it Elena or Terror Cry?
They're too far to make out passively, except for Fractus. Fractus sees the figure of a woman sitting there. Everybody else, she is easily 200 feet above you guys, bare minimum. You guys are at the bottom of the earth fire. She is going to shout down to you, and while you guys normally wouldn't be able to hear her, her words are going to echo, just reverberating off the walls. And you're going to hear her shout, "I hoped you guys would come, or at least somebody would. I don't really have anybody to share this moment with." And, you know, as she talks, it just kind of rings off the walls, just with.
Soulmane kind of we went the wrong way.
Okay, so no, we didn't. It turns into a giant spider, drops some webbing, and climbs straight up the wall.
Seeing him turn into a giant spider, like, I was gonna, like, round the outside, gonna, like, say, round the outside, and then he's gonna jump onto Ugin.
Soulmane is having very, very flashbacks right now.
Oh yeah, you guys have been here before. 200 feet, BT dubs.
That's twice as high as last time.
Yeah.
Can I shoot an arrow up there?
You can. You're shooting outside of your range. You have disadvantage. I think arrows are 160 with the short bow. Oh.
A lot less than that.
Brain fart. I was just like, where are short bows at? What? What is a short bow? I'm pulling up the player's handbook right now. It is 320 feet. You can shoot her with the short bow.
Yeah, I'm going to.
All right. So,
I'm gonna, for my bonus action, I'm gonna hit her with the Disciple Fighting again.
All right. She willingly fails that because she doesn't care. How fast can Ogun move as a climb speed?
Climb speed is 30 feet, and I can dash for 60.
Okay. So it is going to take you 3 rounds to get up to her.
Yeah.
All right.
And you have a half on your back.
Give me 1 second to count this out. If you guys want to discuss what else, you know, everybody else is doing, you can. I just have to make sure I'm not cheating you guys.
Okay.
Soulmane is gonna kind of look around, realizing what's going on, and just say, "We need to get out of here."
One more thing, Ogun is trailing a silk line so that people have something to climb up on. And it's like rooted to the, you know, there's a sticky bit at the bottom, so it's like rooted to the ground. Or they can just grab it, you know.
As I'm getting ready to shoot Brandon, I'm gonna ask Soulmane what he means.
We're setting ducks down here. She's used us as good practice. She attached a spell to that thing as we killed it that almost killed half of us. Imagine what she can do from up there just looking down. Does she seem at all worried that there's a bunch of us fighting or ready to fight her?
Do you know how to handle a spellcaster?
Yeah, get in their face.
Then get up there. Stop wasting time.
Kara's like, you know, halfway out of the tunnels whilst used to having this nice little conversation.
You still don't know where You still don't have eyes on the werewolf.
Soulmane will start climbing the silk.
Is there any other path up this besides a Brandon, like a path or something?
No, not from down here. This whole area, specifically this bottom section, is for guilds to be able to forge crafts in the Earthfire without being incinerated. That's what the pulley system was and everything else. This is just a passage to the hottest part of it.
She's way up there at the top, huh?
Yes. If you give me 1 second, I'm just counting things out real quick.
Is there, just as a system question, is there any way to move faster than double your normal?
You use your
I mean, if you
If
quick
somebody
enough, you can
hastes-
hop on the back of the bear.
Yeah, if somebody casts haste on you.
Okay. What was the other answer?
You can double your speed by doing a dash.
I'm already doing that. That's why I'm at 60 instead of 30.
Oh, well then, yeah. That's...
I'm just making sure I, explored all the possibilities. If there's like a reckless running.
So I wasn't quite paying attention to the description. She's...
1, 2,
Is
3,
she just
4,
hovering,
5,
or is there
6.
like a room up there?
There is a balcony up there she's standing on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, cool. So, you guys all start your attacks. That 18 is going to hit her. You can roll me damage on that attack. As Ogun wild shapes and starts dashing up here, outward on his back, she calls down to you guys saying, "How many wars are fought over beauty? I think those are a crime of passion, and I'd hope history wouldn't view me as a villain." She gets about that out before Fractus's arrow lands in her.
You broke up there a bit, Brandon. Could you say that again?
She said, "How many wars are fought over beauty? I think those are a crime of passion. I'd hope history wouldn't view me as a villain." She goes to say more, and that's when Fractus's arrow lands inside of her shoulder. How much damage was that?
14 with the first attack.
Alrighty.
The second attack, are you just going to use the 10 for the thing, or are you going to use the 20 for the second attack? I didn't know if I had advantage or not, so I rolled it that way. So I get 2 attacks plus sneak attack is what I'm rolling.
Yeah, you... Oh, you have extra attack?
Yeah, I have an extra attack.
Okay, yeah, that 20 hits. You can roll sneak attack on either of those.
Oh yeah, I would want to do the sneak attack on the 20, right?
No, it's not going to make a difference which one you do it on. The 20 is not a nat 20. A natural 20 is the only thing a rogue critical strikes
because
on.
I got the +7. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
I think there's only like one spell in the game that says if you like roll up to a 20 with this feature, like you add up over a 20, it counts as a critical strike. I forgot what it was, but I just remember reading it. I was like, that's stupid.
It's the new fighter in the Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah. I think you showed it to me.
Yep.
Alright, so you deal in total 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 9 is 21 points of damage. As your arrow like lodges in her, you're going to see something about her demeanor change. She begins casting a spell. She's too far away for you guys to hear.
I'm gonna back up.
Soulmane's climbing the string. What you want me to roll for that?
The string is adhesive enough that as long as you're not disturbed, you can keep making it up the string. About at 100 feet up, you're gonna have to roll an athletics check just so your muscles don't give out. But otherwise, you can.
How much can I move? Like, is it normal movement speed or?
No, you can climb at half your speed.
Okay, with a dash plus movement plus bonus action, that's 45.
You're not gonna be able to do your cunning dash on this wall. If you think of this as kind of like Mission Impossible style, Ogun is laying this web for you, and you're kind of like rappelling up this wall instead of down. Let's go to this music. As she casts a spell, Ogun, give me a wisdom save. I think. Let me double check just to make sure.
I like wisdom saves, relatively speaking.
Go ahead and roll it. I will tell you if it is irrelevant.
14 is what I got.
It's irrelevant.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not in range of that. Yeah, so she's going to oh god. So here's the thing about Elena. She doesn't kill people. And anything she does to you guys on this wall is gonna kill you. Alright, let me look at this spell on here.
No, for half a second I thought she was going to throw Terror Cry down the well at us.
Even werewolves are susceptible to fall damage.
Yeah, but technically it'd be Terror Cry killing us, not her.
Well, if he's falling like 300 feet, we would have like time to shoot at him while he's falling. That's how long it would take.
Target practice.
Just like anti-aircraft fire.
Yeah. Alright, so, this is the hard decision, right here. Elena is, as, Ogun, continues, running up there, she is not going to, cast a spell. 3 rounds is going to put Ogun at 180 feet close to her. As Ogun is running up here, you see her start casting a spell, but instead she doesn't, and she shouts down at you and says, "You know, I can see the whole valley from up here. I don't even know who you guys are. If you were affected by the monsters, I'm sorry about that, but this world's going to be made greater."
Shoot her again. She started monologuing.
How's Kara doing?
Kara's not going to... So, the outside path, like running outside and around up to here, It is going to, it took Soulmane last night 30 minutes to get from this fortress to the top
but
of the
he was
mountain.
going slow. But he was going slowly and stealthily. Gara is literally just running.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to sprint up this mountain path from how it winds. But it's not. It's it's going to take longer than just a few rounds.
Yeah, obviously.
So far, this is the second round of combat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Does Ogun does Practice shoot again?
Yes, I'm gonna move back in and shoot at her again.
All right. This time she's aware that you are hostile. She has partial cover from the balcony. You have disadvantage, or maybe partial cover is like -5 this edition, but we're just going to do it as disadvantage. Roll that attack roll.
Okie dokie.
19 and 19 is going to hit. The 15 is not. You can roll. There you go.
No, it's 9 plus 6. I need to make a sneak attack thing. I haven't.
No, you're fine. She takes 30 points of. She's taking 30 points of damage again as she peeks around the corner to keep talking, and Practice hits her a second time.
I'm just imagining there's an arrow on each of her shoulders.
She has partial cover. Hey, here it goes. I was looking it up in the book right now. Target with 3/4 cover has +5 bonus to their AC. 3/4 cover.
Balcony sounds like maybe a low wall.
Yeah.
So half cover.
Yeah. She would. She would be at bonus to her AC, half cover. There's only 3/4 cover and quarters cover. All right. Yeah. She would be at 3/4 cover. Because she has enough space here to duck behind it and lie flat against the ground. She only needs to turn over to echo down to you guys. She is going.
Actually, before you get too far, I'm also going to do. The Kinsai shot.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. The short bow is the Kinsai weapon.
You didn't choose the short bow as a Kensei weapon?
Nope.
She is going to turn over again, and it appears that she dropped something into the. It appears she dropped something into the pit, and say, "I've achieved something that archmages from 1,000 years ago couldn't do. It's a magical feat to be heralded."
Do we see what the item is as it falls towards us?
It's gonna fall past you guys first. It looks like a tiny piece of metal.
Tiny piece of metal.
Well, I can't do anything about that.
Soulmate just has bad feelings.
Hang on.
She's monologuing again. Shoot her.
What would I roll to be able to figure out what that is? Arcane.
You can just look over at it as it passes by you.
Okay.
You would use your action on something other than dodging to inspect it.
Okay.
Considering that my only action is
try to catch it. So, but I'm using my action to move up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not worry about that too much.
considering my action is is kind of not being used since I'm just holding on to Ugin. Could I try to figure out what it is as it's falling?
Yeah, you can inspect it.
What do I roll?
A perception check to look at a good piece of it. You can try an investigation at as it whizzes by you. Either or would be fine.
22.
All right. What did you choose? A perception. All right.
Perception.
It is a as it falls by you. It is a tiny. Let's see. It is a tiny piece of it is a tiny piece of crystal. Wait, yeah, okay. It is a tiny piece of crystal that she drops by you. It is green, actually, not metal. If you can look at it, perhaps a piece of jade.
Is there anything else I can do to analyze it as it's falling?
Not much other than that.
I'm just gonna yell down, "Get out the way!"
All right. So that was the.
Do I see it, Brandon?
Yeah, you do see this thing falling.
Okay.
That was the second round. On the third round, you can shoot her again. She is casting a spell as Ogun gets closer to her. She cast a spell on Ogun, and Ogun disappears. From Ogun's perspective, he is in what appears to be a labyrinth. He can use his action to try and get out of the labyrinth. I'm going to roll a percentage die of if your web is affected by it. Your web is not pulled into the labyrinth with you. It is going to the top of it is going to fall, but enough of it is adhered to the wall that Soulmane can, as he starts, feels the pressure loosen, can, press it to the wall and stick there.
How, describe the wall for me.
Alright. It is this wall has several crystals sticking out from it. You can try and climb these crystals. They don't appear at all to be as things that have grown as veins and are ingrained in the wall. They seem to be laying on cracks and crevices of this wall where they can fit into the Velpier. If anything, these crystals are unnaturally here, and they're. Say it again.
What happened to Elward? Is he goes?
Yeah, considering I was on Ugin's back.
Yeah, that's he is going to start falling. He can make a dexterity save to try and grab the wall, or the web as it bends around and smacks against the wall.
Well, my idea is that if there's cracks in the wall, I want to try and stab the non-rusted short sword into it to sort of stop my fall.
Alrighty, I'll allow you either an acrobatics to slow your fall or a sleight of hand to put your short sword into it.
Could I just dex save it?
Yeah, you can roll it as a dex save. All right. As Ogun completely disappears, you are going to be able to catch yourself on this wall, and she's going to look down at you and say, Alward, it's a terrible shame you and your friends had to die for the cause, but the Eye of the Mountain lives.
Who?
Soulmate hearing this, does he hear her say that?
I'm gonna roll a percentage. That one she's not shouting to you guys. Above 40%, it echoes down to you. 89%, it echoes down to you.
Who? Sorry, why do we need to die? As far as I'm aware, things went horribly bad, and the guy who got me into this is now dead. I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
Is Soulmane shouting something at her?
No, he's just looking up to her, and his eyes are starting to go pure black.
Alright.
How does Elena respond?
She is... she's going to get into a discussion with you and say, No, I'm not killing you. The Eye of the Mountain is alive. We didn't kill him. And she points to the basin and says, Wait, we're supposed to be enjoying this moment.
Okay, you've lost me, honestly. Like, you wanted the Eye of the Mountain dead, but now you're saying he isn't dead, and then you drop a bit of jade down there, and it doesn't look like it's exploded yet. So, is that the Eye of the Mountain?
She is going to say, yeah, at that point, Fractus can take another shot.
I'm gonna do something really stupid.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to do a parkour off the wall using the sticky rope to get a little bit of a jump and high enough. And I'm going to catch the green thing falling that I see.
Okay. Go ahead and catch it. Ogun can use his action to try and break out of the labyrinth. It is a DC 20 intelligence check.
What do I roll to catch it?
I will allow you. I'll allow you a sleight of hand to catch this thing. As Alward is climbing up, and Fractus has stopped shooting her, she sits down on the edge of the balcony and starts talking again, and says, Alward, what have you done for beauty?
Left home. Well, gotta go so kicked out the tribe. Went to see the world. Got picked up by Balak fighting a vampire. Actually, that's just my life story at this point. Yeah, just getting kicked out of my tribe, mainly.
She nods and says, you know, we came back for you guys.
Well, thanks for that, I guess. Look, all I know is that the guy that Malik got me into this, he died, and that these guys got me back on my bed, got me back with Kara. So I kind of owe them for that, though I'm not sure what they're trying to achieve anymore.
She points to her shoulders and says, wait, the people who keep shooting me down there?
Okay, fair enough. I get it, they don't like you, but I don't really get what they're trying to achieve by that.
This whole conversation is happening while Alward is clung to a wall.
Yeah, it's just trying to like climb up a bit to a more stable position.
Another 6 seconds pass. Ogun can make a intelligence save to try and get out of the labyrinth again. Or it's an intelligence check. Yes.
How many rounds have gone by?
About 4.
You kind of skipped over Teak and Willow all 4 rounds, dude.
Oh, yeah, you guys can do anything you want to do during those rounds. If you have any action, you can take.
So
Teak's...
So I've got
Oh, go ahead.
I've got about 8 shots going at Elena then.
Okay, yeah, you can roll them.
I was just wondering if this was actual combat or what was...
No, it's cinematic combat. She does not feel at risk of dying from you guys.
Huh. Do the shots seem to be having any kind of effect on her at all?
Yeah, they're hurting her. Elena is a... just from what you guys saw, you did see that she was somehow able to tame a purple worm.
Werewolf.
Yeah, so her CR level is, you know, at least what I think a purple worm's 14. She's killable for you guys, but, you know, not in just a handful of attacks.
That's a lot of misses. Oh, that's...
Alright.
There's a short break on that one.
Yeah. I don't do critical fails. I do percentage dice of just, you know, how poorly things might go with it. 74%. You're fine on that. That is going to be a miss, hit, miss, hit.
So 3.
Yeah, roll 3 hits. And on your last one, she's going to turn and shout, "Stop shooting me!"
I decline.
Brandon, when it gets back to my turn, Soulmane's gonna take the rapier out, cut a piece of the dangling web off, and start using that and the rapier to climb up the wall.
Alright. So,
like, as the conversation is happening, like, Howard is using the short sword to try and climb up into, like, trying to climb up.
She is going to, she's going to, look at, Outward, standing up, as, Willow refuses to have a pleasant conversation. And she's, going to look, she can't tell what Willow is from this distance. And she is going to look down at Willow and say, "Are Dorians a bunch of uncivilized brutes?" And she fishes out a coin pouch and drops it towards Outward, and she says, "Thank you for your protection. Hopefully our paths cross again." And she begins casting another spell.
How close am I to the top of the pit?
You were within 180 yards. You would have been able to climb at half your movement speed.
Which
would
is
have been
15 feet.
Would have been a check to do safely. You would have just been able to do like 10 feet around.
Oh yeah, so I'm doing it safely. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna be right under this balcony by the time that she decides to teleport away.
Before you go, mind helping me not fall to my death, please? No, just
roll me a persuasion check. The sad thing is, I don't think Elena can help you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she can do anything.
Yeah, you are going to, you're going to see her, you're going to see her, stop, casting her spell, and instead cast a, another, spell on you, and, does this, cause... Might cause her to lose concentration on her other one. Let's see. Oh no, it does not take concentration. It casts as a reaction. Alright. Oh, she can't use reactions on her turn. She can't interrupt her action to use her reaction.
Just gonna cast Featherfall on me, wasn't she?
She was. You ask for that in the middle of her incantation, and she says, "Oh, yep," and blinks away.
Well, that's rude.
You guys are in a pit. The maze lasts for 10 minutes. She drops it after 3 minutes of teleporting. Ogun returns on the side of the wall. I believe your animal form is for an hour. You see outward above you.
3 hours. So.
Oh, 3 hours? Okay. Yeah, you see outward above you climbing onto a ledge. And you see Soulmane underneath you. Just kind of like using this web as like a really bad, hard to use like Velcro pad, trying to come up the side of this wall. Elena is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Oh god.
The gold pouch that landed near Alward on a patch of crystal. By the way, a bit of it splatters out and falls over onto the ground. I'm going to...
I would have grabbed that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, when she doesn't hand it to you, she just dropped it at you, like, here. I'm going to roll 2d100 of how much out of it myths or falls out. 85 plus 68 is... Alexa, how much is 85 plus 68?
153.
All right. Oh,
85
and
plus 68 equals 153.
thanks. She gives Alward 1,842 gold is in the pouch.
1,842.
For your contract to protect her, the double your contract. She paid you up front of 1,000, 1,000 to Malik to pay you when the job was completed, and then she told you guys she would pay you double if you went after the eye, or if you killed the Eye of the Mountain. That is the 2,000. That is, double your original 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the rest of the party from below saw Elena and Alward having like a conversation as Alward's trying not to fall to his death on these rocks. Is Soulmane going up, or is he going to go back down? Because at the halfway point, you're going to have to roll that athletics check.
Seeing that she's gone, he's just going to kind of like rest on one of the crystal outlays.
Okay, these things, BT dubs, are not safe on the wall. They're safe enough that you can find one, to like just take a breathing moment. But these, you can feel these things don't even feel like you can clearly see they don't go into the stone at all. They're just a very few that are wedged between cracks that are, somewhat holdable.
So, it sounds like if there's 3 minutes, I have quite a few chances to keep rolling saves until I finally make it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I'm just saying, if you don't get it in 3 minutes, that's the time she drops it. Of just
Okay, well, if I get out before everybody's like in safe spots, which it doesn't look like it's.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so 5 rounds later. If everybody's not safely on the ground, I'll take care of that, and then shifting back and screaming a lot.
Do you take everybody to the top of the temple, I'm assuming, or do you take them to the bottom?
Whatever's closest. So the people are that are on the ground, I leave on the ground. Soulmate's probably closer to the ground than the top, but Alward's probably closer to the top than the ground.
No, Alward's like over the top now. You can't see him.
Yeah.
I think it's
If he's
safe.
over the top, then he goes down to make sure Soulmate hits the ground okay, and then
I think it's safe.
the ground and goes back to human form and bitches about it a lot.
I think it's safe to mention that. I'm guessing it's Will and Teak down there at the bottom.
Willow and Teak and the blue band.
Okay,
And
so
Fractus, right?
Oh yeah, and Fractus. Oh, Fractus has a jade gem.
Okay.
Is there a way to find out where someone teleported?
You can I think there's a spell called Trace Teleport. If they use a teleportation circle, that's in the incantation of they have to make the outline of the circle. And let me make sure teleport's not like a minute casting spell. So now that I think about it, because I know, all right, teleportation circle's 1 minute, and teleportation is instantaneous. Okay. Yeah. So if you use teleportation, you can teleport to a permanent circle, and you have to, that circle is in your somatic components. Oh no, I guess you just have to think about it because teleport's only verbal. Yeah.
Yeah, have to know it.
Yeah. So yeah, you just have to know the permanent circle. So yeah, no, you'd have to trace teleport or scry on the person.
Okay.
No, I remember why I don't do rock climbing.
There is not a trace teleport this edition. It was a psionic ability. It was a psionic power in 3.5.
yeah, it sounds kind of broken that way.
Yeah. So no, you can't trace it magically.
Okay.
You can try and guesstimate though.
Hang on, because of the cinematic flowing whatever craziness, I suppose it's not possible to dispel magic out of Maze. I would have done that immediately.
I don't think so. Maze puts you in a demi-plane, and you have to target something with it. I don't think you can target the world itself.
Target the demi-plane.
Well, target the area around me.
Yeah, let's see. Maze, you banish a creature you see within range. The creature remains there for the duration or until it escapes the maze. The target can use an action to attempt to escape. When the spell ends, the target reappears in the nearest unoccupied space. I'm going to rule you.
So Brandon, the ruling is that if a spell has a duration, it can be dispelled. If it does not have a duration, it can't be dispelled.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna rule you can dispel maze as like if you dispel like the area around yourself, it's gonna stop working and kind of like spit you out, like kind of like a bubble, rising to the top. I'm just looking what other people have ruled on this. Yeah, but it is also a 8th level spell that she cast.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't fun, but am I supposed to be clicking just wisdom for that, or the wisdom saving throw?
It is it's just wisdom because it's an ability check.
Okay. Jesus, I'm garbage. Well, I only had 2 shots, so I may have burned them and never made it out that way.
Yeah.
Alright, just trying. Never mind. Yeah, once everybody's down and stuff, curse this guy a little bit. Kick a rock.
Okay.
How long until Kara shows up?
Probably like as you're sitting up there, it's going to take her a second to navigate this temple atop. But you know, you guys have like an empathic bond that you know she's going to be able to hone on to. After sitting up here for maybe 15 minutes, you know, she'd show up. Or actually about 20, because she'd have to run out and then up the mountain and then here.
Once Hogan calms down a bit, he's going to go check out that rust monster, because that is way bigger than a normal one, and start taking notes and stuff. Some samples, too.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. You can either do a heal check, would be like, you know, dissecting it and like medicinally looking at its parts. Nature check, comparing it to the knowledge you already know, or an investigation check, looking over its body.
Nature's my best one.
Yeah. Nature. You're going to inspect this thing. Yes, definitely. Definitely some form of empowerment on it. However, you're going to see that pieces of it are actually like starting to deflate. Whatever it is she did to this thing, it was kind of like a steroids. It didn't seem to have a permanent effect on it.
Okay. And I might still have, actually I would still have Detect Magic running, so I can use that as well.
Detect Magic is 10 minutes, I believe.
Yeah. I don't think it's been 10 minutes yet.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so you are going to detect magic on this thing. There is no more magic on it. You are going to detect magic from the basin, specifically the... and how far are you walking around with this detect magic?
He's going for the rust monster first, because that's what interests him the most, but he'll definitely, like, kind of walk the premises. This is a big historical place to him, so...
Yeah. As you get back to the basin is going to be just, like, just illuminating with a magical presence all over this place.
Okay. Try to analyze it.
Alright, using an action, you see these crystals on the wall are very potent, are giving off magical illumination. Additionally, you notice all of the magical items on your companions, in addition to the gem that Fractus is holding.
Okay. Not worried about the companions, but what's up with this crystal, or this gem rather?
Arcana check of 12.
Yeah.
Not Fractus's strong suit. Casters use gems for all sorts of things. Could be a spell component, could be an arcane focus. Could be crafted from creation.
Okay, so it's magical, but I can't really tell anything about it. Can I get a school or something out of it?
Yes, you can. Just discerning it. Your detect magic tells you what school of magic it is. Abjuration. Abjuration, wards, buffs, all types of arcane enchantments are all abjuration.
Okay. Well, he'll study it again later. I guess then the other thing is just to look at like the pit and the crystals around it and things like that to see if there's anything in there left around that's stopping the earth fire from working.
Yeah, so, what you've read, about the Earthfire, and everybody in the party is going to be able to contribute, to this, knowledge just a little bit. Everything underneath the Earthfire, the only place that Valpyr is mined out in the world, this soul metal, is directly underneath Earthfires, and that's what this basin looks like. It is, these stony white veins are going through the ground in every which direction under here. The ground is just rich with it. Nobody has ever heard about these crystals, being in here.
Okay, well, while that's apparently being processed, gotta remind me never to go rock climbing on the back of a giant spider again.
Kara is gonna go.
At which point, he's going to, it's like kip up and look around for any trace of Elena.
Yeah, looking up here, you can see that there was some type of fight that happened up here. There's a couple bloodstains, but they are all dried.
Can I tell how old? Can I tell how old bloodstains are?
No, I'm just saying, looking around, this is what you see. If you want to investigate anything in depth, you can. They look fairly recent, just from, the top of your mind. They are specifically on, and I'm grabbing a different color so, I don't bog down this thing. They're specifically on the pathways leading back into the temple here. And it that's about all you get, just looking at them.
Could I roll medicine to see how old the bloodstains are?
Yeah.
I'm being creative.
I mean, the blood is dried from exposure and not coagulation of just, being there for days and days and days and days. This blood is fairly recent, as it's, still flaky. Probably last night.
Fair enough. And there is literally no trace of Elena anywhere. Other than the few bits of the blood on the balcony where she got shot in the shoulders with arrows.
I mean, you can see on this balcony, there's a couple lines and etchings of, some, presumably some ritual. She told you guys, because she told you the ritual takes an hour. And then, she didn't know how long it's going to take after that.
It's the Earthfire ritual, yeah.
Yeah. You can see the tracings and etchings of it. That's about it.
So, other than a few scratchings, bit of blood, there's just other people's dried blood, and no trace of Elena whatsoever.
Yeah, she dipped out of here.
So I hit her with arrows, but she didn't bleed at all? That sounds weird.
No, there is no blood up here.
Oh yeah, there's her blood up there too, by the way. You guys did, 10, 7, 15, or rather that's going to be, 15, 25, 30, 50, 56 points of damage to her. You didn't bloody her, but you got dang close to it. That's why she was just like, they're literally just not gonna stop shooting me. Alright, fine.
Did she like yank the arrows out before going through the pole, or did she just step through the pole, like looking like a hedgehog, a backwards hedgehog?
Yeah, I mean, she was like trying to. Every time she flipped back over, she'd be trying to take care of herself. Some arrows, grazed her. Not every single thing, found its mark like directly inside of her like flesh.
I'm gonna yell up to Alward. Yeah, I'm gonna yell up to Alward to collect the blood. There should be somebody magical that can track her from it.
Hey, you remember those bottle corks I have, right?
Yes, I do remember the bottle corks. I remember you have like 25 of them, because he was just
10.
like... Oh, 10, okay. And he's just like, wait, you want these? These are literally garbage.
Could I use them to, like, pick up some of the blood? Like, with
Yeah, you
blood?
can rub one in it and, just carry it in your pack.
And you told me it was, you told me it was useless.
You do have an alchemist down there with vials on her.
Yeah, but for the time being, just, like, one of the small patches of blood, just dab a cork in it until it's sufficiently blood red. Heads up! And I'll just drop it over the edge.
Alright, Scarry's gonna try and catch it. Nat 1, she misses, it bounces off the ground, and she picks it up.
With that one, it should hit her on the head.
Oh, yeah, actually, it is gonna do that.
Can I try catch it?
You can. This thing is, by the time it's, like, falling towards you, it's gonna be moving pretty quick. DC 16.
What do I have to roll?
DC 16. Sleight of hand, sorry. Or I'll allow it as a dexterity save. That's fine. Scarry is going to kind of like and move towards it, and you're just gonna snatch it out of the air. As she is
like just about to hit her in the face, and you just grab it.
I'm gonna hand it to her and say, keep this safe.
She nods, and she's gonna put it in her satchel.
She now has a bloody bottle cork.
So, while everybody's investigating and whatnot, Oben's gonna go up there where Elena was getting shot and get a scent on her blood and everything else up there.
Alright, you can roll me a intelligence check to program it to your memory.
Hey,
Ogun knows this well.
Excellent.
Brendan, I'm also going to see if I can steal the book from Scarry.
Alrighty, Scarry is tucking this into her satchel. You can see it is under her tunic. The book sticking out of the it's not sticking out of her tunic or out of her belt. Her tunic's overlapping it, but you can see its imprint. You can roll a sleight of hand to try and take it as she's preoccupied. Scarry is not very good at noticing things.
Natural 20.
Alright. You take this book out of her pocket. You can add a... do you look at it, or do you just...
I'm just going to put it in my thing.
Okay.
In my bag.
You can put Scarry's Anston's book. As a item in your inventory. Alright, what do you guys want to do?
Well,
I think it's been 3.5 hours.
Yes, I would like to end on you guys with a direction.
Well, I think the idea is dry Elena's blood.
How long
But
has
first,
it
we
been
should
since she teleported away?
10 to 20 minutes of you guys just, inspecting this basin.
The whole time after getting back on the ground, soulmate sitting there. Quiet. And then he gets a really weird idea.
Hit me.
He pulls out the mirror.
Of the pass?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. Alright, what are you asking it?
He looks in the mirror. Show me Elena 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago? Okay. I have to look at the mirror real quick to just make sure it can do something so specific. Because I remember what book I got it from this time.
Yeah, some random extra book you never use for anything.
Thank you for telling me, because I was in the wrong book. I was like, where is it? I was looking in Xanathar's, and you're like, the random book I never... Oh, that's Tales from the Yawning Portal. I never opened that book. Mirror of the Past, 228. Yeah, I was just like, where is it? Because I remember finding it last week. Alright. I'm just checking something real quick. Alright. Holder of this platinum mirror can learn something about history of a specific object or creature by taking an action to gaze into the mirror and think of the target. Instead of the holder's reflection, the mirror presents scenes from the target's past. Information conveyed is accurate, but it is random, encrypted, and presented in no particular order. Once it's activated, the mirror gives its information for 1 minute or less, and then returns to normal. Alright, so... you are going to ask it to... you're going to ask it for Elena. You're going to ask it to show you Elena from 5 minutes ago. Elena herself is... you're going to see her... you're going to see her with this... you're going to see her at this massive crystalline monolith. It is reflecting light in every which direction, breaking and diffracting it. And it looks, at first, it looks like the Gift, which is, the crystal monolith from Ililnagai that, their whole religion's based off of. Except without the stone exterior around it. Before, you're going to recognize like the whitish purple crystals kind of match what's on the walls of this pit. She seems to be in some sort of cathedral. She is talking. She's talking to 2 people. Gesturing to the monolith. They hand her a scroll, and she nods and begins leaving. The mirror is going to show a different scene of this area before she got here, and you can see what appears to be some sort of large teleportation circle in this empty cathedral.
Any distinguishing, religious symbols I can make out from the cathedral?
Roll me a religion check. You just clearly what you can see, this place probably looks like a religion devoted to the Wills.
19.
19? Yes. This looks like this looks like a church of, like, any Ililnagian church that you'd expect to see, like, any massive Ililnagian temple. Maybe one that you'd expect to see in Dockensdale or Sky's Reach, which are, you know, major port cities. But instead, as you're, like, looking around this place, you're going to notice the mural on the wall the mural in the stained glass windows is not of the goddess Alilia. It is of the goddess Amira, denoting this as a cathedral of the spoken wills, not the given wills.
After all this, because I'm guessing that's about as much as I get with the minute time frame.
Yeah.
Soulman's gonna look up and shout out to everyone. I might know where she is.
Where?
It seems to be she's in a temple of the spoken wills that's been transformed into some kind of crystal monolith, similar to the crystals all around this pit here.
Where would what would I need to roll to figure out where that is? History, religion?
The spoken wills is an elven religion. Mostly elven religion. You can just assume any place with elves, probably there. Alyan, Rion. When you say that about the crystals, though, all three of the smarter members, or rather not incredibly stupid members of the Blue Band, are going to start thinking and making insight checks. And Nykirin is going to say, wait, crystals like these? And she's gonna just kind of like smack her lips and say, wow, that's the score. She did it. She stole the Earthfire. And she's gonna break off the crystals and say, crystallized it and teleported it. And she's gonna look to Scarry and say, can that be done? Scarry's gonna shrug.
Wait, crystallized and teleported the Earthfire. What?
I think they're saying that these crystals all around us is the Earthfire.
So,
wearing Earthfire right now.
Brandon, I still don't know if they're telling the truth, so I'm gonna insight check them. Which I know they are, but
yeah, you can. It is Nykirin's job to make plans to, you know, her members steal stuff, but, you know, she has to figure out the logistics of, once you steal it, what do you do with it? You know, it's more than just finding the item and getting rid of it. So her mind is naturally going to work the quickest of just like, if I was trying to take something massive like this, what, you know, like, how could this work? Like, oh, you know, she's at this place with, like, this giant crystalline thing that's like the crystals on these walls. The Earthfire's gone. She said she wanted to steal the Earthfire. Oh my gosh, she, you know, somehow turned it into that and took it with her. From what you can tell, she's probably telling the truth, as her mind's, you know, she's speaking her thoughts kind of out loud to you as she comes to that conclusion. Fractus is going to notice Anston patting himself down, and he's going to start looking frantic and look around. And as he does, he looks to the party and says, you guys figure out where we go next. You'll have my sword when it's needed. He begins walking off, and Scarry says, lose something, babe? He nods and says, I think I dropped something in the tunnels. He walks off. Scarry is, you guys are going to notice her, pat her back, and then turn and also look frantic.
I'm gonna ask Scarry, did you lose something?
She is going to narrow her gaze at you and say, give it back! Assuming that you stole it.
And I'm gonna look at her and say, what are you talking about? Give what back?
Roll me a deception check.
I'm not half as good at slying as I am at finding lost.
That's good, because Scarry's not good at discerning them until she rolls a nat 20, and she's gonna say, you know damn well what I mean, and she looks down the tunnel and says, before he gets back.
I'm gonna ask her, what is it?
She shrugs and says, I don't know. He's been writing in it. I can't read it.
I'm gonna open it and take a quick look at it. Do I recognize the language?
What languages do you speak?
Common and Elven.
No, you don't recognize the language at all. There's all types of numerical equations in here, sigils of writing, and it is in a completely different language. And she's going to move to snatch it from your hand and say, he never writes. He doesn't even know how to read.
I'm gonna pull it away.
Alright, roll me a dexterity save to,
While this is happening, like, Howard's,
Finding him out.
Howard and Kara are going to be making their way back down
Alrighty.
at a reasonable pace.
Ogun sees Scarry and Fractus fighting over a book. Wow. Alright, so she rolls a nat 20 on your lie, you roll a nat 20 on her sleight, and you are definitely going to beat her sleight of hand.
I'm gonna toss it at Ogun and say, do you know what this is?
Soulmane stands up and looks over at them. You've taken our gold, and we're here helping you. Our personal belongings belong to us.
Fair point.
That is a fair point.
Oh,
I'm gonna actually look at you and narrow and go, and shrug and go, fair point.
What languages does Ogun speak?
I'm gonna just Orcish, Common, Old Tongue, and Druidic.
Okay, yeah, you don't recognize this. Ogun is going to loosely recognize it, though, from his days at the university. Not in any language he can speak, but this is the makings of a spell book.
Well, it may not be it may just be a personal belonging, but somebody's gonna be mad that they lost the spell book. And who was it that was talking about possessions and stuff?
Oh, Soulmane.
Okay, toss it to Soulmane. Yeah, somebody's gonna be upset they lost their spell book.
Soulmane looks over at Scarry. I'll give it back to him and tell him I found it.
Scarry is going to shake her head and say, no, he's been writing in that thing. He's been writing in that thing ever since we brought him back.
Wait a minute. Flip through it a little farther, like toward the end or whatever. Is there different languages as I go through?
No, it doesn't look complete. Like, as you get through it, you can see that whatever he's writing, it just stops halfway on a page, a third through the book.
This is he's not a caster though.
He is. Yeah, you ask Ari, and she's going to shake his head and says he doesn't know a damn thing about magic.
This book is not just scribblings of a madman, unless his madman also happens
shoot.
cast
Didn't mean to press
a
that.
wizard or something.
Well, it's possible that after he was brought back with the wish spell, something in his brain kind of shifted.
Has there ever been a case of somebody being resurrected with a wish that also picked up part of somebody else's soul or something crazy like that?
Well, considering the fact that the other one that was brought back has been seeing ghosts the entire time.
I think your wishes are broken.
Well, when they're coming from an evil demigod, that's kind of...
You let an evil demigod cast the wish to bring back your friend?
No, it was an item of his. Or part of his soul. Something like that.
I didn't know you did not just bring back parts of the evil demigod so that they can eventually congeal themselves back into the evil demigod and re-inhabit this world.
Yeah, that's another problem I'm gonna have to deal with later on.
Anston is going to return from the tunnel and see everybody, talking over this book. He doesn't have good perception. And Scarry is going to make another swipe at the book, doing a poor job to snatch it from Soulmane's hand. It is a dex save if you want to stop her from stealing it.
No.
Alright, she is going to take it from your hand, and she is going to look, she's going to stash it back underneath her tunic and look towards Anston, and she's going to say, "Did you find it, honey?" He's going to shake his head and say, "No, I must have left it with the horses." She nods and says, well, I'll help you look when we get back." He says, "No, it's fine." She looks to you guys and shakes her head, just silently.
Well, regardless of all this, we might have a lead, but I don't know if I can go to where this place is.
Wouldn't you be able to?
Soulmane looks over at Og, because the people that primarily follow the religion that this temple is based off of are in Alian.
About the blood, there's more, less cork blood up there. If you want to go collect more fresh stuff, or we just leaving now?
I have
Brandon.
percent, that's all I need.
Yes.
What would I roll if Soulmane is going to try to think back to his, illusion memory from when he was standing on top of that building with his mother?
History check. To remember. However, you can remember any parts of it clearly that you remember as
what
a...
I'm trying to see is, does he remember maybe a building with similar shape from the that would have similar shape from the outside and or
No, he does not.
Okay.
Hey, does anyone know how to collect this metal stuff?
The Valpier or the crystal?
I'm talking about the Valpier.
The blacksmith we saved would.
It's just, the short sword isn't looking too great at the moment. And I hear that this stuff is, at least decent.
Anston is going to point to the crater that you guys are standing in and say, Only problem is damn stuff's worthless without an earth fire to work it, or flames from one.
Ah, there are plenty of earth fires. Just need to get the stuff out.
So wait, so this is place is a forging? Is there like weapons nearby? Is there? You might be able to replace it. I mean,
Wait,
if you needed an earth fire to forge it, and this place has a forge.
wait. You're talking about the sword? Bring that here. Now I'll cast mending.
Alright, as you are mending it, and I think this is a good point to end it on, do you guys want to go to 11, or do you want to end right here? Because Kieran's going to say one more thing, and I'll let everybody, respond to it. And we're not going to go past 11 tonight. I've held you guys long enough.
I'm meant to be awake in 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, when Outward mentions there's plenty of earth fires, Daphne, Scarry is going to mention, well, so if she stole one, do you think she'd steal another?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility, well, apparently it took her a while, well, by now she'd actually be used to doing a ritual, and depends on what they need. Let's hope they don't need more.
Kieran is going to add on. She made Chaos and Ardor Sarai so she could make this happen, and she's going to think for a moment on her plans and say, that Chaos is going to roll over into Lilnagai. There's an earth fire there.
So, we have 2 options. Home base, or prevent the second earth fire and possibly abuse the fact that it's an earth fire to get some quality weapons.
Alright, what's the party want to do? Bunker down in Ardor Sarai, or...
So I didn't get my answer. Does this place have weapons?
The area you guys saw did not have weapons. There is going to be an area, searching around. You do find a kind of a small armory. But nothing in here is finished. It's like a half-tempered blades, steel that still needs to be folded again, just like in-progress works. And that is back down the tunnels of Guildheart. And not everything that was being forged here was weapons. Some of them were art pieces.
And they need the earth fire in order to finish this?
Not everything that's being forged here is made out of Valpyr. Yeah.
Specifically Valpyr, anything?
Yeah. Anything made out of Valpyr is ridiculously difficult to smith in regular forges. Most smiths can't work the metal.
Is there any unfinished pieces though, like a rapier or anything like that?
Yeah, you could.
I'll take
maybe a pair of short swords.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll roll you 2 d8s, as there are actually I'll roll you a d12, 2 d12 of mostly finished martial weapons that you can find down here. Let's see, a 2 and a 9. All right.
11.
Yeah, because they would have been pushing towards, but well, you guys didn't talk to any of those guilds. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 2. You're going to find the heads of flails, And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you are going to find the head and shaft of a pike. Both made out of Velpier. Crafted enough that any regular smith can finish them for you.
What about short swords?
No Velpier short swords. You can find down here just, searching through the armory. It doesn't appear that these guys were very talented smiths. And you can find about 8 mundane short swords here. If anything, it seems that, they were learning to smith down here. That would have been something, they crafted as, they were going through their lessons.
Oh, well. Well, we should get the smiths out of here. Get them somewhere safe.
Yeah, I agree.
I suppose here would be safe now, but there's no fire, so kind of pointless even being here.
Brandon.
Yes.
Just so I know, did Soulmane hear the whole conversation between Elward and Elena?
It was echoing down to you. Elena couldn't see that you were there. You guys were just like tiny blips in the bottom of the pit to her. She didn't recognize Alward until, he was right there. And just like, oh, Alward, I almost dropped you to your death. I didn't recognize you. And Alward's like, how's it hanging?
True story.
Yeah, but it echoed down to you enough of the conversation to make out what happened. Not every word got to you. But I remember...
Did I hear the part about the Eye of the Mountain?
Yeah, that part she shouted.
Soulmane's gonna look over at Fractus with the gem. We need to figure out how to get that gem released.
That's probably how they refined the crystallizing earth fire thing. Wait, are all these crystals part of the earth fire?
Vanish.
I think that's how she stores and releases her creatures.
That actually might be where the soul of the mountain is stuck.
I believe that gem right there is the soul.
Yeah,
or the Eye of the Mountain.
It just might be true.
Alan's gonna gather some of the earth fire crystals and just put them in his bag.
All right. These things, some of them are palm size. Some of them are, the size of your head. Some of them are tiny shards. You gather 8 palm-sized crystals that don't, break or crumple as you're trying to move them out of these cracks and crevices of what's left of it.
Yeah, a couple palm-sized ones and a couple shards.
Hey, Brandon, did Ogun make it to within 30 feet of Elena?
Yes, she cast maze on you at she cast maze on you as you moved as you would have been within 180 feet of her. The round you moved from 120 feet to 180 feet was when she cast maze.
Okay, so I made it to the 30-foot mark.
Yeah. That is 11:02. So let's end there with your guys' decision being: do you want to pursue her? Do you want to bunker down here? No, we want to dispel this gem.
Yeah, work on the gem first a little bit. Because correct me if I'm wrong, that temple or whatever that you're talking about is a long ways off, right?
You guys don't know where it is. She teleported. It is a abandoned temple of the Spoken Wills. The Spoken Wills was the first religion of the world. So, it literally could be in any country.
Okay. Can I get a history or something to remember, know where to research that? Or no?
Yeah, you can roll a history check on it. The start of all research in the world, there are 3... there are...
Night of the Living Nets.
There are 3 major research places in the world.
there is the Maphis University, which is within Ililnagai, the Daridel Monastery, which is in Morzia, and the Jaridel, the Great Temple of Jaridel, which is in Low Lakes. If there is knowledge you are trying to get on the... Oh, and then there's also the Galena Mave.
Hang on, Brandon. The first question
Okay, the one in...
where's the temple?
Oh, where's the temple?
I have the sage ability from my background, so I know where I can go find the answer.
Yeah.
Without rolling.
Where is the temple? Like, even though it is a nat 20, you don't have enough information about the outside of it, on where to place it. But just judging from what you saw, looking over Soulmane's shoulder in the mirror, it was in someplace definitely sunny, someplace that definitely worships, or that a temple like that could still be in good standing. If you could place it, probably somewhere on the shores of like Rion, or in the Tide Gate, and Free Waters.
Yeah, Alan's definitely been to the temple at Low Lakes. He would have went there before, like, leaving. So, from the description that Soulmane gave, would I recognize it as the temple in Low Lakes?
Oh, no, I wasn't saying that was the temple. The temple in Low Lakes is a temple of Darenthel. It is a place of learning.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So based on what I've seen in there, you say, okay, I don't know where she is, but I know...
Oh, let me move you guys over to the map. I'm sorry, I forgot you guys were still on Scarry's Dawn. Yeah. So, where you place it, just from the sunshine, and, you know, it's in the region, somewhere over there. Oh god, what's going on with that? Somewhere over there, probably somewhere in this region.
Okay.
Oh, I've yet to be to that part of the Ilderon. No,
I need
up
to
and
go
down
to
Galkin.
college and do some research to find out exactly where that is. But I can find where that location is. If we can wreck her circle, we may have a better chance at stopping her.
All right, and we're going to end there for the night. Yeah, that was why I told you guys. That's why I told you guys it was either going to be a very boring or a very maddening session. As far as Elena,
you said sad or boring.
Yeah, that's sad or boring. Elena was definitely done with everything she needed to do here. She was just having like moments of like conscience and you know, just thinking out on the moments like, what is my life moving towards it? And then, you know, you guys come up and start shooting her, and she's like, I'm pouring my soul out on the line here, and you guys just keep shooting me. And so
the thing is that, like, how is it taking the liking to Elena? Regardless of the fact that the guys who saved Kara kind of want her dead, and he kind of owes it to them to at the very least do, like, help out to that end, but he really doesn't want to harm Elena, much less kill her.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing of her philosophy of, like, she doesn't want to hurt people, but you know.
No, like, he will.
It just happened.
I would happily kill her if it means
No, Ogun's ready to rip off her head and shit.
with nature in general.
But as far as experience goes tonight, you guys did rescue the prisoners. Was kind of expecting that as an after the fact of you guys going through the temple and then going down. You guys rescued the prisoners. Soulmane scouted. I'll give a minor experience for that, for, you know, seeing Terror Cry up there. You could have gotten a little bit more information. It would have been really risky, but I don't know. I'll give you minor for that. Something else happened tonight. Anston and the book. And Tik's roleplay with Scarry. I will give minor experience for that for everybody. So 2 major events and 2 minor events. And anything else that happened tonight. Oh yeah, the mirror. That kind of caught me off guard. I'm going to give minor experience for that.
Alden only had half a heart.
When you throw the DM off by using items that he forgets you have.
Yeah.
Weird ways.
A bottle cork. But they're golden.
Yeah, I'll give, so for tonight, 1,000, 1,500, 1,000, I'm gonna give 1,700 experience for tonight, and then, I didn't CR up the Rust Monster, but I'm gonna give you guys an additional, 300 for killing that. So 1,000,
2K even.
Or yeah, 2,000 tonight, and then inspiration for Alward and inspiration for Ogun.
Sorry, how much for the Rust Monster?
Oh shit.
2,000 in total for tonight.
Yeah, but I've already added the...
300 for the Rust Monster.
Right, okay, thank you.
And your guys' next session is on the 25th.
Okay.
Level up?
No. No, you got a ways to go, I reckon.
Alright.
Hold on, we might actually. It's pretty cool.
Hey, I'm at 42,000.
I think it's either 42 or 48. It might be 48.
I'll check. Well, I'm pretty sure we're all going to check
It
now.
is 48.